to Paul Scholes, are they, on the Arsenal team? For God's sake, you just get on with your game and you try and win. This will be the first, in 22 years, trophy that they can try to win. Jim, they're doing exceptionally well. Lots of twists and turns between now and the end of the season. What I will say is Paul's been in a lot of these races to the finish, and it's one of those that just one victory doesn't mean you're going to be champions. It's on to the next one.
Is there
what Arsenal need to do now, Jim? That they can.
talkSPORT Sports Update with Trust a Trader. Find top-notch tradespeople in your area, all who pass the Trust a Trader 15-point assessment.
talkSPORT. Good afternoon, I'm Toby Gillis. AC Milan have pulled out of their deal to sign Jean-Philippe Mateta over a knee issue they discovered during his medical. Other clubs might yet take this Palace striker on loan, but he won't get the dream switch to the Rossoneri. European football expert Andy Brassel told H&J Milan are especially careful with medicals after their deal for Leverkusen's Victor Boniface fell through over a knee issue in the summer.
In the end, they said no. Boniface went to Werder Bremen, was only able to start twice, and has now had a knee operation, which the word is to save his top-level career.
talkSPORT understands the collapse of the Mateta move won't impact Palace's efforts to sign Jurgen Strand-Larsen. They also want a centre-back and have bid around £20 million for Dwight McNeil from Everton. Meanwhile, keep a watch on Arsenal late in the window after the injury to Mikel Merino. Here's Mikel Arteta.
When you lose a big player like this in the squad with 4 months to go and all the competitions to play for, you need to look, and we need to do everything that we possibly can to see if we have a player that is available, and if we don't, okay, we keep what we have.
And just beginning to be some suggestions that Leon Goretzka of Bayern Munich may be of interest to Arsenal. Keep a watch on that. talkSPORT understands Sunderland will beat the deadline to sign Anderlecht's Ecuadorian winger Nilson Angulo, with Simon Adingra heading on loan to Monaco. Valerian Ismail is out at Blackburn, officially by mutual consent, but talkSPORT understands it is a sacking. It's likely Slaven Bilic will replace him with Rovers in the drop zone in the Championship. And Captain Maro Itoje, still grieving the death of his mother, has been named on the replacements bench for England's first Six Nations match on Saturday. Jamie George skippers the side against Wales. Wing Henry Arundel makes his first England start since the 2023 World Cup.
talkSPORT News.
A serial killer known as the Suffolk Strangler has admitted murdering a teenager who went missing more than 25 years ago. And all petrol stations in the UK now have to report price changes at the pumps to the government. More from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit, your go-to destination for quality tyres from great brands like Continental. Visit your local centre or quickfit.com and book today.
Rain spreading into southern England and Wales tonight. Windy overnight too, with similar to come tomorrow.
Hello, good afternoon. Happy Monday. Welcome to Drive. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here as well, of course.
Premier League, I want all the rights. Here's $5 bill.
Oh, I know it. You all right?
Yeah,
good to see you. Lovely to see you as always.
Here's
By
$5 bill.
Jingo. What?
Here's $5 bill. Here's $5 bill.
Bosh. By Jingo, we've got a show for you today. We'll look back on a big comeback for Spurs as they picked up a point against Man City. So how much credit does Thomas Frank deserve? And, of course, it's 3 wins out of 3 for Sir Michael Carrick. Now, we'll be asking whether that puts him in pole position to finish in the top 4 or 5. Bentley brings us his top 5 talking points from the weekend's football in Bentley's Tea Time Takeaway. And we're building up to our live commentary of Sunderland against Burnley in the Premier League. All that. Plus, Bentley brings us his EFL corner. We'll hear what David Moyes had to say about his goal celebrations. And, of course, his deadline day. So we'll keep you up to date with anything and everything that happens up and down the country. Although it's quite quiet at the moment. This is Drive. This is talkSPORT. Get involved. Pick up the phone. 03717 22 3344. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy deadline day. I'm just looking at the set behind me. If you're watching on YouTube, it looks very fancy, very flash, doesn't it? I like that. Big picture of Harry Redknapp behind me. What you got behind you? And you got a number 1 shirt. I don't know what is that? Is that like a baby grow?
I don't know, but the yellow tie is obviously Jim White.
What's the number 1 shirt though? What's that? What is that? Have a look. What is that meant to be? I don't even know what that is.
No. Goalkeeper?
Maybe goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Short sleeves, doesn't look like. But yeah, it looks fancy, doesn't it?
Oh, well, you're right.
I'm good. I'm very well. We got... What's the matter?
You're not sober? No?
I'm not sober?
No days.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So
Well,
the last couple of weeks I have said I'm X amount of days sober.
And you're supposed to go a month, right?
What?
You heard?
Yeah, yes.
And what did you do Saturday night?
I may have fallen off the wagon.
After 2 weeks. Yeah, Alex, a bit more. Boom a bit more. Hey, Alex, more booze.
Now, hear me out. No, wait. So I was up until about... I had to do a month, right?
Yep.
And today would have been...
2 weeks.
No. Today would have been 3 weeks.
How'd you work that one out?
Because next Tuesday I'm seeing him.
No, on Friday was 14.
Okay, 15, 16, 17, 18. Something like that. This would have been the 3rd week. Right?
That should have been 2 weeks
Yeah,
in
but
2
I had
days.
1 day off. So I've been sober for like 2.5 weeks. I'm back on the wagon.
So you failed?
I'm back on the wagon.
No, but you
I
failed.
paused it. A little pause.
No,
No, a little pause.
No.
Little pause. I went out the weekend. I was in a pub. There's people there. Boom.
Yeah, Alex, boo him again. Love it.
No. Wait, what's the point of living if you don't live?
Yeah, see, everyone's booing you now. That applause is gone. People look to you as role model.
I am. You got the applause, but 2 days sober, so...
Yeah. Hey, Andy.
I've got a question for you.
No, listen.
Yeah.
Use a role model.
Doctor's orders, but...
No, but you failed. You didn't do doctor's orders.
I'm a bit like John Rambo. Rules are there to be broken, all right?
John, you compared yourself to Stallone, have you?
I let it ring true with you. You like that one?
Honestly, come on.
It's every so often...
What did the doctor say to you?
I can't really remember the actual words. Just had a month off.
He said, don't drink or eat rubbish because you're about your throat.
Yeah.
And you said 28 days.
1 day's fine. 1 day's fine.
No, Alex, just hit me with that one more time. Alex. Sorry. One more time, Alex. For the people out there that are disappointed.
2 days sober.
You let yourself
Just
down.
before we move on, did you celebrate Dominic Solanke's goal? Being an Arsenal fan?
Yeah, I did,
and he's a Spurs player?
Great goal.
Unbelievable goal.
Great goal.
You celebrated it though, yeah?
I thought first half was probably the worst performance I've seen from a team in I don't know how long. They were
Since they played
embarrassing.
Aston Villa a few weeks back.
No, but first half I thought, wow. But then they kept whatever he said at half time, it worked. But yeah, of course, great goal from Solanke.
Unbelievable goal.
Great goals.
What are you doing as a striker when that happens? Just thinking, I get something on it.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Right, I can't remember what was behind him, but in that scenario, it's almost a bit of a selfish finish. Do you know what I mean? But because
You're taking the ball off
somebody. But I mean, it's an unbelievable finish.
Yeah.
But realistically, you should be. If someone's coming in behind you, you should really leave it for a more simple finish. But fair play. I'm glad he did it.
Well, that's how we're going to start today's show, by looking back at yesterday's football. Man City lost ground in the title race after throwing away a 2-0 lead at Spurs yesterday. So the question is, Tottenham fans, 03717 223344, does Thomas Frank deserve some more credit?
And this time it is definitely Dominic Solanke's goal. Tottenham 2, Manchester City 2. They'll take the point that leaves Arsenal, their bitter rivals, 6 points clear at the top.
First half, not the races, and then the second half, they put in a level of performance that even their fans must be scratching their heads saying, where has that come from?
I felt a big moment. I think it was... I think they were excellent against Dortmund, and I think they've been excellent in some second halves. And now we got just the reward together to get those positive experience together. I think is big.
Yeah, Man City, they are 6 points behind Arsenal at the top of the table after drawing 2-2 away at Spurs yesterday. They had a 2-0 lead before Dominic Solanke, we just talked about that, scored twice to earn Spurs a point. But Man City midfielder Rodri spoke to the media after the game, and he didn't think that Spurs' first goal should have stood.
It's one game and another game and another game, and it's not possible. And honestly, I never speak about referees. I respect their job massively, but they have to pay attention to these things. He kicked the leg, it's so clear. It's so clear. He anticipated the leg of Mark, and it's a clear foul. But it's not today. It's just 2-3 games in a row, and I don't know why. Honestly, I know we won too much, and the people they don't want us to win. But the referee has to be neutral. And for me, honestly, it's not fair. It's not fair because we work so hard in these situations now to make these decisions. That you have to move on, of course, but you need to come back. But at the end, when everything is finished, you are frustrated because it's so clear, the foul.
The cheek of him.
I know he's a lucky boy
The
himself.
cheek of him talking about referees' performances when he should have been sent off.
Yeah. Well, okay, we'll get to that in a moment. Let's talk about the goal. Because I've not spoke to you about this at all. So whatever you say is the first time I'm hearing it. I thought they shouldn't have stood the goal. It clearly was a foul.
What, from Solanke?
Yeah.
Yes,
He's kicked his leg. I'm just going by all the other decisions we've seen so far this season.
Through Mark Gahey.
Yeah, he took Gahey's leg away.
I think it's a bit. I mean, you can't start disallowing goals for that, man. Come on, because every single goal, there's going to be most of the time there's contact, right?
Yeah.
For any goal, the amount of times you see people go up and for a header and they've got two hands on the back of the defender goes in, like I understand that, but
it is a fact. I hate to see it.
Yeah, but
and when I watched Match of the Day, I think it was Danny Murphy was saying he's glad it was given because you don't. I agree with all that.
Yeah, but you think it's a foul.
But going by the letter of the law, what we've seen, it is a foul.
Yeah, but how many times do we see decisions that are given as fouls outside the penalty box, and then if the same thing happens in the box, it's not a foul?
I know, but Mark Gurhey's leg, I can't remember which one it was. Let's say it's right.
It was swept.
It's taken away by Solanke's shot.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. The first couple of replays I saw, it didn't even cross my mind that it was a foul.
No, me neither. But it was. Doesn't matter how many times it takes you to see it until you see it.
I don't think it's a foul. Not every contact's foul. Not every contact is.
He smashed his foot. He stopped Mark Gurhey getting to the ball. So he stopped Mark Gurhey getting to it.
I don't know. Like it's one of those where if that's disallowed, then we're like, fair enough. But
if it was disallowed, I wouldn't be sitting here saying that's disgusting.
No, but I'd go, is this what the game's come to?
But the game's been like that for a long time.
Well, I'm glad that it was almost going back to normality.
Okay, all right, that's a good point.
But then, the second goal.
Yeah, we talked about that a minute ago.
But no, Rodri coming out, by the way, and giving it, the referees, people don't want us to win. First and foremost, by the way, we're still wondering what's going on with City and these charges. So there's that.
Yeah,
where is that?
That's all gone.
Right. And also as well, he should have been sent off. The amount of times the tackles that he put in, he should have gone. Yeah. The referee's done him a favour.
Yeah.
Before Pep goes, you know what, get him off. So I think he needs to kind of relax.
He pulled him at exactly the right time.
100% the right time. He should have gone way before that.
Yeah. Let's talk about Thomas Frank. Does he deserve any more credit for the second half? Because the first half was appalling. I alluded to it before. The first half against Aston Villa was appalling. But you mentioned this when Danny Murphy was talking on the back of them playing Aston Villa, that it's easier to come back when you're 2-0 down. There's almost nothing to lose. You can take your foot off the pedal.
Well, it's one. I've been in dressing rooms, by the way, many a time where we've been absolutely ambushed first half where performances. I remember Chelsea, prime example. I know it's Chelsea, and at that time were one of the best teams in the country. I think we were 5-0 down at half time. Now I remember Steve Bruce, like it was yesterday. This is a bit of a different scenario, but Steve Bruce came in at half time. Went, listen, we can't win the game, but let's try and win the second half. Let's do something about the second half. And we went out there. I mean, we got beat 7-2, but 2-2 second half. So it's a better reaction.
Score.
Yes. Right.
Goal
yeah,
bonus.
Right.
How many did you get to?
1. Right. But in that scenario, I've also been in dressing rooms where we're getting pumped by someone who's maybe not as good as Chelsea, and we've come in at half time and gone, listen, lads, I don't care what happens second half, we cannot go out there like that. So even if we get beat 5-2, we've got to show a bit of character.
I know, but where was that second half performance in the first half?
Sometimes it happens.
Well, it happens a lot with Spurs. Whose fault is that?
Well, that'd be the players, the managers. I mean, first and foremost, the players are the ones going out there. But second half, when you're 2-0 down against City, where you're expected to get absolutely mullered, and also as well, City would have come out second half going, right, this will be a walk in the park. This will probably go take our time, get 3-4. And if you're half a percent off it and the opposition smell it, that can happen. Because all of a sudden, Tottenham I think Udogie has the first shot, which he makes a good save.
Yeah.
And from them, their tails are up. Gallagher's running through brick walls, chasing down everything.
Yeah, good player.
And then you can't flip it again. So fair play. But that Spurs need to start second halves, like start first half, that they started the second half.
And later on, we'll talk about Chelsea and Liam Rossignola, right? So he started with 2-0 down. He made changes. They came back not to get a point, but to win the game, right? And everyone's, understandably so, rightly so, patting him on the back.
Yeah.
Thomas Frank, 2-0 down, come back to 2-2. Should we be patting him on the back as much?
Yeah, because I'm sure he would have said something at half time, but I think the players would have spoke amongst themselves also and said, lads, this is embarrassing. We're embarrassing ourselves here. Do you know what I mean? Come on, let's do something. Again, even if we get beat 5 or 6, if we go out there and we get beat 6-2, let's make sure we go out there and give it a go. And that's what they did. So he deserves to get a pat on the back as well, but the players obviously upped it as well. But City came off a little bit. And obviously there's this weird thing with Spurs and City anyway, where for whatever reason, City just can't seem to beat Tottenham.
That is strange.
So that's weird as well. So the moment it went 2-1, I went, Tottenham going to get something like this.
I thought they could nick it, actually, which would have been...
And then Javi Simmons hits that one at the end and tips it over the bar.
And Man City shouldn't be drawing games when they're 2-0 up.
No way. But this, it feels like at the minute, and don't get me wrong, it's still a phenomenal team. I'm not having people going, City, and they're finished. Great players, right? But it just feels like a little bit. You remember that time if City went 2-0 up, that was it, foot on your throat, or they would just shut up shop. This team's kind of in between where they're not quite sure how to see out games. Well, so even though they're 2 up, they still give you a little something.
Yeah.
And who they got next? Liverpool.
Yeah, the weekend, yeah.
Oh, Liverpool,
I think it's at Anfield as well.
Liverpool, please, come on.
Yeah, of course.
Ekatike, come on.
We will take your calls. That's how we're going to start today's show. We'll take calls from Spurs fans about Thomas Frank, because he deserves some credit and a bit more time. I know lots of you are very vocal about getting him out. I've had enough. I'm done with him. 03717223334. And Man City fans, you can give me your views on all things Pep. 2-0 up. I think you should be leaving London with 3 points. Lots to talk about. One number to dial. Pick up the phone. You could be next. 03717223334. Dial that. You can have your say live on Drive on talkSPORT after this.
There have been complaints around Solanke's first goal where the striker made contact with Guehi when scoring, but VAR cleared the goal after a lengthy check. So is it one thing for fans to be conspiracy theorists when it spreads to managers and players? Do we have a problem? Have a listen to Rodri post-match.
It's one game and another game and another game, and it's not possible. And honestly, I never speak about referees. I respect their job massively, but they have to pay attention to these things. He kicked the leg. It's so clear. It's so clear. He anticipated the leg of Mark, and it's a clear foul. So, but it's not today. It's just 2-3 games in a row, and I don't know why. Honestly, I know we won too much, and the people they don't want us to win. But the referee has to be neutral. And for me, honestly, it's not fair. It's not fair because we work so hard in these situations now to make these decisions that you have to move on, of course, but you need to come back. But at the end, when everything is finished, you are frustrated because it's so clear, the foul.
Now,
He should be fined for that. He should be fined for that. He should be pulled up by the FA because he's called the referee lacking neutrality. So he's questioning the referee's impartiality in the same way that his manager condescendingly said last week that the referee's made his name. A referee that the managers have regularly turned around and said, why do you have to go to the monitor and back down to VAR? So a referee goes to the monitor, doesn't back down to VAR, and he gets insulted by Pep Guardiola.
But you said that was Pep's fuel last week.
But don't make it right.
Is this Rodri's fuel?
Well, no, it's seeded in by the manager. So now
Rodri's saying people don't want us to win, but the referee has to be neutral.
Nobody cares whether Man City wins or not. The only people that care that Man City wins or not are the team that's playing them on that weekend and their own fans. Nobody sits in studios caring whether Man City win or lose, and certainly not referees, I think. I think the bottom line is Guardiola has started this culture. He's got his hand up his captain's backside and throwing his voice through his mouth.
Well, this was, the thing was, this was the story last week.
Welcome back to Deadline Day on Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Still to come, Bentley's going to be looking back at a busy weekend in his EFL corner. How did Ipswich get on? Number 3 points?
No, unbeaten.
Number 3 points.
No, unbeaten again.
Lucky penalty in the last.
Unbeaten again.
90 plus 6, was it?
Here's 5 bill.
And we're going straight on.
Alex, I mean, it's fine.
Just quickly, Fulham have rejected an offer from Everton for Harry Wilson. I'm not surprised. Luke Humphries called Luke Littler the greatest darts player who's ever lived.
Do you agree with that?
Oh, it's too early.
You said he's the greatest teenager to walk the planet.
He is. After he won his first World Masters title to become the joint third most successful player in PDC history. Right, time now for an update on Transfer Deadline Day. Joining us now in the studio is talkSPORT's answer to Gary Barlow, the chief football correspondent. Alex Crook, you all right?
Do you really think Luke Littler, the best teenager ever to have played sport?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not think Pele?
Well, he played in
I said that, and he says no.
Let me ask you this.
Boris Becker.
Let me ask you this. Boris Becker's a good argument. Let me ask you this. To be world champion at anything, darts, golf, single sport, you have to be the best. Can you get away with not being the best and winning the World Cup?
I don't think you can get away with not being your best and winning Wimbledon as a 17.
No. Go back to the Pele thing.
Okay.
Can you not be the best right back in the world or best goalkeeper?
Yeah, I get that. What about Boris Becker?
Yeah, that's a tough one. But Boris Becker didn't monopolise the sport in his era. Luke Littler is winning absolutely everything. And also...
The Williams sisters as teenagers?
Hold on. Just going back to Boris Becker. Littler's world number 1 and world champion. Boris Becker wasn't world number 1 and didn't do the Grand Slam.
Williams sisters?
Well, which one? You can't have both.
Serena.
Well, not as I haven't got a record as a teenager.
Yeah, she won a US
I
Open.
She was world number 1 as a teenager.
I think Venus won Wimbledon as a teenager.
Well, which one? You can't have both. If Littler's got a brother, am I going to take the Littler brothers?
We want both. Also, as well, Pele, 2 goals in a World Cup final.
Team.
He was 17.
The geezer that crossed it to him. Without him, he's no one.
Honestly, come on.
Steffi Graf. I mean, I'm sticking to the tennis theme. She won 4 Grand Slams by the age of 19.
Right. Was she world number 1?
I'd have thought so, yeah. I would have thought so, yeah.
She's in the conversation. Right? If she beat Luke Humphries in the final at Wimbledon, let me know. It doesn't seem that, I mean, we're talking about Steffi Graf here. Is that because it's not necessarily the busiest transfer deadline day we've had for a long time?
I think it's intriguing without probably completely catching fire, but there is still 2.5 hours till the window closes. Crystal Palace are keeping us busy with Jean-Philippe Mateta and that ill-fated move to Milan. Looks like he might well pivot to Juventus now. Either way, I'm being told that Palace are still going to press ahead with Jurgen Strand-Larsen.
By the way, sorry, 45 million for Strand-Larsen is obscene.
43 plus 5, 48 could be...
Obscene amount of money for him.
It's a huge investment, particularly based on this season's form. But I guess it shows that the price of trying to stay in the Premier League, because you look at their recent form, I know they got a point this weekend, Palace, but they didn't beat 10 men. They're finding wins hard to come by, and I think there is a concern they might be dragged into trouble. That's why they're going to do Strand-Larsen. That's why they're trying to sign Dwight McNeil.
That's a good signing.
From Everton. That's in the balance, I'm told, but it's possible. They're trying to bring in a central defender. And interesting information. I got a really interesting message about 15 minutes ago. Arsenal have asked the question of Bayern Munich for Leon Goretzka. Now, I don't think this is going to happen, but Mikel Arteta did say in his press conference today, we are trying, because, of course, Mikel Merino is likely to miss the rest of the season with a foot injury. We know Goretzka is going to leave Bayern when his contract expires in the summer. He's on big money. I think they want to keep him, but Arsenal are certainly fishing for a potential Merino replacement.
I'd love that. I mean, listen, I've liked Leon Goretzka for a while. He's always been linked to United, though, for years, but, I mean, I know he's 30, and that's not necessarily what Arsenal do, but...
That's right, they don't, but that's not necessarily old.
Loan to buy at the end of the season, I think, great.
Nothing for Manchester United cookie.
Very quiet, apart from Jason Wilcox personally stopping Tyrell Malacia boarding a flight to Istanbul. He was going to join Besiktas on loan, but Wilcox has decided at the 11th hour that United need to keep him. That's probably a reaction to Patrick Dorgu's injury, but I still don't see him getting much game time between now and the end.
What happened to him? Because when he first came in last year, I swear people were comparing him to Evra. Like, what's happened along the way, Cookie?
Attitude, application, potentially. He was part of that bomb squad, wasn't he, that Ruben Amorim assembled in the summer. I think he's the last one still left at the football club.
Wow. Okay. You're going to be the last one leaving the studio because me and Ben are staying.
You stay.
Can you come back in about 20 minutes?
So he's the first one to leave then?
Last one leaving it if you flip it.
Shall I come back with more superstar teenagers? I'm sure I can find some.
Okay. Yeah. Singles, though. They've got to be on their own.
No, Pele's fine.
And I need world number ones and world champions.
Michael Phelps.
There must be golfers.
Michael Phelps. Have a look at Phelps.
There must be a golfer.
No, he was a teenager.
Tiger Woods wasn't a teenager, was he?
Phelps, world record holder.
I would imagine. Sorry, Tiger Woods was once a teenager. That's how numbers work.
Major, was he a teenager? If he was,
I don't know.
If he was, there's your winner.
Bring some back in. Not even Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods.
Swimming don't count, mate. Swimming don't count.
And got darts does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Swimming's a hobby, isn't it? On the
There you
sport.
go. Yeah. Swimming's something you do.
I hate
Someone
swimming.
throws you in.
I hate swimming. But that's because I'm tall enough. In most swimming pools, I just walk from one end to the other. Don't need to worry about swimming. Waste of energy.
That's because you've got a couple in your house. Quickie, we'll check in with you in about 20 minutes' time. Look, have we got time for a call? Producer Joe says, of course you have. More from the wonderful Alex Crook in just a moment. Well, in about 15
Wonderful.
moments. Yeah, he's great.
Still here, is he?
He's great. The only reason I've listened to the boot room. Right, let's go to the phone lines. We're talking all things Spurs and Man City. Glenn's a Spurs fan. Hi, Glenn.
Hi, guys. So I really just think this proves without a shadow of a doubt that the board is to blame. And obviously we used to say it when the theme was Daniel Levy, you know, there was all these like, get him out and everything else. It was because obviously the extension of just not investing. You know, you look at what Thomas Frank's done. And I was actually listening to Simon, I think it was either yesterday or this morning, saying about how he's obviously smashed Borussia Dortmund, you know, got the you know, essentially a lost point back from Man City. I think he's proven himself now, especially with, you know, now Van der Ven, Porro being out. And yeah, I don't really understand why people would want Thomas Frank out when who the hell, like, can you guys name me a single manager who'd come in that would do a marked improvement?
But I think that's the problem, because with Spurs over the years, from Pochettino, done wonders for them. They then went superstar Jose. They've been superstar Conte. Then they've tried Nuno. Ange Postecoglou did come in and win something, but that wasn't
tried everything.
Enough. They've tried everything. So he makes a really good point there. If Thomas Frank goes out, who do they want then? Because if it's Glasner, you're going to get some Spurs fans going, the old Palace manager, no.
No, I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
I agree. It's tough, whoever comes in. Listen, you're going to have to bear with us. Of course, it's transfer deadline day, so we'll go to the phone lines as often as we can. So if you phoned up, I appreciate it. Still to come, we'll be asking if it would be failure, great word, for Man United not to finish in the top 5. I think it would be now. First, it's time for a bit of no Googling. The word failure is a bit hard, but I understand what you're saying. Semenyo is just the second player in Premier League history to score in 4 of his first 5 appearances for Man City. Can you name the other player? I'm guessing it's Man City, yeah? In Man City's history. Is that right? Semenyo is the second player in the Premier League history to score in his first 4 or 5 appearances for Man City. Who's the other player that did that? The answer to that and loads more coming up on a slightly shorter drive time show. We're off there at 6:30. Jim White coming in. Building up to that window slamming shut. But between then and now, there's always time for your calls. 03717223344. If you want to be a part of today's drive time show with me, Andy Goldstein, and the superstar that is Darren Bent.
Morning, Gabby.
Good morning, lads. How are we?
Yeah, we're doing well, mate. Gabby. Don't you go throwing the towel in on me now. Come on.
Hey, Gabby, look, I've got a message for you from Courtney, who says, when Gabby comes on, make sure you tell him Villa are bottle jobs. He would be calling other teams bottle jobs for losing at home in a so-called title race. Villa will be looking to get top 5 as United, Liverpool and Chelsea will catch them. Come on, Gabby, put Courtney in her place. I assume it's a her, might be a his. I apologise if I've got the sex wrong.
No, listen, yesterday was disappointing. Everton at home, disappointing to lose those 2 games. You'd think Aston Villa would win those games, but who thought Aston Villa would go to Newcastle last weekend and win? Nobody. So it's sort of like we don't really know what's going to happen in the last games of the season. But yesterday, I thought they'd done everything they could. I was at the game, pressurised Brentford's back five when Collins come on. Sancho had a better game when he went over to the left-hand side. Tammy Abraham was sharp. But it's one of those games, Ali and Jeff, where it could have been 90 more minutes and Villa wouldn't have scored.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't know what sex Courtney was. Courtney's just texted back in, sorry, Courtney, I really mean that, because Courtney said, I'm a 6'4" man.
Hey, Courtney, counts for nothing nowadays, mate. I'm getting used for you. we need a picture, we need evidence, mate, but we'll take your word for it. Gabby, I was going to say to you, mate, disappointing. 3 points dropped, but it should only have been 2, shouldn't it? That goal.
Oh, don't get me started, Ali. Honestly, Ali, I've never heard Villa Park so angry. Listen, was the ball...
Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Some are pretty straightforward. Arsenal are the Gunners because they were founded by a group of munitions workers, and Bournemouth are the Cherries because their old stadium was built right next to a cherry orchard. Then there's Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were 2 local toffee shops. Ipswich Town nicked their nickname off their opponents in the late 90s, Birmingham. The term Tractor Boys was chanted as a way to tease the team about their farming background, but they started using it themselves as a way to cheer on the team in victory instead. Take that, Birmingham. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, well, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire's also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Crystal Palace's nickname came from an extreme makeover. They were having a nightmare run in the 70s, and when they were relegated, their manager, Malcolm Allison, wasn't having it. I know what will make us better, he thought, a new nickname. The Strong and Deadly Eagle sounded like a pretty good bet. And there's more to that story. Brighton used Palace's nickname to inspire their own. Ooh, a bird, they thought. Let's just pick a different one for us. And so, in a heated match between the two teams back in 1976, when Palace fans began chanting, Eagles, Eagles, Brighton fans had the perfect reply. Seagulls, seagulls. So next time the away end's chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
Next time you get dressed, send me the picture of the outfit first, and I'll put it together for you.
No, listen, here's the thing. Sorry, so I'm wearing brown baggy trousers and a blue top.
Yeah. No, but the blue top's like a smart blazer type jacket, yeah.
It's like navy blue, right? And Benty said, It looks good, but the colours maybe.
Yeah.
Right, here's the thing. I'm colourblind.
That's what I said. Come to me first.
But I can't. I'm not going to text you a picture like I'm 8 going, does this look all right today?
You message me at 11:30 p.m.
That's trainers.
Right, about Benny, what do you think of these?
It's trainer chat. That's trainer chat.
Yeah,
that's different. I'm not going to text you a picture of me in the morning going, what do you think?
No, send me a picture of the outfit and I go, yes, no.
No, I'm not. I'm not giving you that power.
We've been giving it already.
No, because
you're messaging me at 11:30 at night and then it's 7 o'clock in the morning.
That's just 6 o'clock in the morning. That's just trainer chat.
I know, but still.
That's fine.
Honestly, come on.
You know what's funny? Sorry, the other day I texted you a picture of some trainers, it was about 11 o'clock at night, and you didn't reply. And it went through, and I thought, that's weird. But then when I woke up in the morning...
The video's gone through?
No. I looked to see when you looked at it, and you opened that message at like 4:21.
Yeah.
What were you watching?
What did I put on at 4:21? I think Twister.
You went back into Twister, did you?
Yeah, Twister, yeah.
Oh, by the way, I saw the Bruce Springsteen film that's just come out from the geezer that was the chef in the film The Bear in the program.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Too slow.
No?
No, not for me.
I do want to watch that doc you were saying about.
It's really good. You should watch it. Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah, I will watch that, to be fair. But no, at the minute I'm watching Saltmarsh. It's called Saltmarsh.
Oh, what's that about the two walkers?
What?
The two people that go on a walk?
Under the Saltmarsh, it's called.
Oh, what's that?
About they find a body in like a ditch or something. It's got from Yellowstone in it. It's got two really well-known actors in it. It's really
just got the woman in it?
Yes.
It's just come out?
You know, what's the woman in Yellowstone? Beth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, about Beth.
Okay, well, I don't know why you're making that voice.
No, she's Fox in it, right? Everyone knows that.
But she's in this new one.
Oh, that's on Sky?
Yeah. Sky Atlantic.
Is it all out on Sky?
No. What you got? I think there's 2 episodes out.
I need it all done in one
So you can binge it.
Yes, I can binge it. Before the break, I asked a question. Semenyo is the second player in Premier League history to score in 4 of his first 5 appearances for City. Can you name the other player?
Aguero?
2009. It wasn't Aguero.
2009?
Yeah.
Wilfred Boney?
No, I'll give... He played for Man City?
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Not Roque Santa Cruz?
No. I'll give you a clue. He can run the whole length of the pitch to celebrate a goal.
Oh, Emmanuel Adebayor.
Yeah.
Why would you say that? Just mad about that goal, by the way.
Yeah, good.
Obviously, the Arsenal fans going crazy.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you've been to football stadiums.
Yeah.
How did they get the seats out? Because they're throwing seats at him.
I know. He ripped them out.
Honestly,
bolted down.
Football
fans could do anything, right?
When they're angry. How they got them seats out?
Don't turn into the Incredible Hulk.
Honestly, get them seats out.
Still to come, we'll be asking if it would be failure. It's harsh, that word, for Man United not to finish in the top 5.
If that was Arsenal, you'd be saying failure.
Well, it's failure if Arsenal don't win the Premier League. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's done now. Do you agree with that?
No, it's not done.
Who was it the weekend? I think it was Jamie Carrick. Might not be. Said that this was the weekend.
No,
it was Jamie Redknapp. This was the weekend.
I'm not getting that carried away. Listen, this weekend will tell us a lot because Arsenal have got Sunderland at home, which will be a tough game, but I expect Arsenal to win.
Won't.
Right?
It won't be a tough game.
Man City got Liverpool.
Yeah,
so potentially it could be 9 points.
And then it's done.
I'm still not saying it's done.
Do you think Villa a third?
Oh, I'm now starting to wobble on that.
Yeah. I think we could catch him. It's only, 4 points?
5 points, I think.
5 points. Right, let's touch briefly on Everton. I'm glad we're talking about this. Their manager, David Moyes, was balked on Saturday after running onto the pitch to celebrate Berto's 97th minute equaliser against Brighton. He spoke to the media after the game and had his say on the decision to show him a yellow card.
Get booked for that. Imagine booking for celebrating. Eh? Who wants to see managers getting booked for celebrating? You know what I mean? I don't think I'd have danced down if the goal was in the 55th minute, if you know what I mean. But, you know, it means they've got nothing about them at all. No thoughts about what football means or what it means to the managers without absolutely just saying, no, you just can't step outside that line or I'm going to book you. Sad, isn't it?
Would you do it again?
I bloody will do it again. Actually, I think if I had been a bit more mobile, I might have done a knee slide.
By the way, well done, David Moyes.
Do you remember the cameo at St James's Park where he ran and done a knee slide in front of the Newcastle?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. The fact that he's got booked is utterly disgusting. It just goes to show that these people making these decisions have no understanding of what it's like for that euphoric moment in the 97th minute to score an equalising goal, what that means for you, for your club, for the fans. What's he meant to do? Just stand there and just nod and smile and thumbs up?
I love that. I think Maresca, did it happen to Maresca as well for running down the touchline? Did he get in trouble for it as well?
It's just that rule shouldn't exist. It was Maresca.
Yeah, no. So
and also, sorry, Benny, if you're going to be a little bit pedantic about booking managers that come out of the technical area, book them all. Because
Yeah.
Arteta, I'm picking on Arteta here. No, because he's the one that I remember. But they all do it.
Yeah, of course.
They all do
Carrick
it.
does it as well.
They all do it. Put a little electric fence around it, and if they come out, then fine.
Sure,
They all come. Just leave that rule alone.
If they want to come out a little bit, let them do it. But celebrating the goal, Beto scoring right at the end of the game. To be fair, which Everton should have won because they had chance after chance after chance. I ain't got no problem with that. I've got no problem with that at all.
You know what? The FA and the Premier League, they're always, I'm guessing, trying to get some good PR on this side because they get a lot of bad press. Come out and rescind it. You need someone to come out and go, listen, do you know what? Rules are rules, but listen, we understand just what it's like in the moment, and of course he's not going to get a yellow card. And then we'll go, well done. In fact, we're sitting here now doing the opposite, going, you have no understanding what it's like to be involved in football.
I love watching managers obviously lose their plot and run around. I remember, was it Klopp when they beat, was it Everton, and he ran onto, I think he ran onto the pitch, man. He jumped on Alisson. I love that.
Well, look at it was that. Look at Brian Kidd and Sir Alex when Steve Bruce scored against Sheffield Wednesday.
93 and 92.
That's one of the most famous ones, right?
Let's go back to 92. Honestly.
We started then.
Hold on, didn't Man City do it? Mancini and David Platt.
Yeah.
When Aguero.
Yeah. Booking for that, yeah. I mean, rules like that, they need to disappear.
Go, man, went back to.
But that's probably no.
All the years he went to 92.
If you said to a football fan, what's the most famous moment where a manager comes onto the pitch? I bet a lot of them say that. That is the most iconic one. Oh, it is. It is.
Why is it the most iconic?
Because it was like one of the first ones. It was a famous goal. Steve Bruce scored 2 headers in that game. It was. It was.
All right.
You're so anti-Man United.
No, I'm not anti, but you're so pro Man United.
No wonder you get like nasty emails.
Who gets nasty nasty emails?
Time now for this.
Nasty emails.
Yeah, I keep sending them. You don't read them. Right, time now for the return of Bent's EFL Corner, where Darren Bent takes a look at a busy weekend up and down the football leagues. Let's start with Coventry, who have officially lost their lead at the top of the table. Well, this was bonkers. They lost 2-1 away at QPR on Saturday, meaning they are now only above Middlesbrough on goal difference. Their boss, Frank Lampard, spoke to talkSPORT after and said his side can't feel sorry for themselves.
Well, mentally is the first thing. We have to make sure that we don't take this on the chin too much, because I think, again, perspective of where we got to in the second half of last season from 17th to 5th and where we've been this season to be top of the league for this period of time shows a team that's developed hugely. They have to remember that, and they also have to work. And the lads are disappointed in there because they want to do so well here. You get used to winning a lot of games, makes defeats feel even harder. That comes with the territory of being at the top of the league over the course of a long season.
I know it's only 8 more games you play in the champ, which is a lot, but it feels like the championship season is so long, doesn't it? And to have their lead, a 10-point lead, which has now disappeared. I mean, Coventry fans must be wondering what on earth is going on.
A little bit, yeah. In the last 2 games, they've gone 1-up in both of them. 1-0 up and then ultimately end up getting beat 2-1. It's one of them where you look at the next game as well, they've got Oxford. Now, you'd expect, and I'm not saying that it's a given because it's the championship, right? But Oxford, of course, are second bottom, fighting for their lives, trying to get out. I think there's a 5-point gap between them and West Brom, who are 4th bottom, which is nuts. I think West Brom are 4th bottom. They've got to win it. Now, we're at that stage of the season now where they play Oxford next. It's not about the performance, it's about the result. After that, Middlesbrough at home. Now, they do not want to go out to that Middlesbrough game off the back of a poor result against Oxford.
No.
So, this game against Oxford for me is massive.
5 points ahead of third place Hull now.
Yeah, 6 ahead of Ipswich. You're 4th.
You want to talk about Ipswich now?
No, not yet. No, we ain't finished yet.
Oh, okay.
But no, yeah, I get it. They're going to start to wobble. Then the Coventry fans, certainly the ones that I've spoke to, are starting to panic a little bit. But this game here, they've got to stop the rot. And Oxford, again, no disrespect to Oxford, Coventry at home.
Draw's not
good enough. Because if Middlesbrough win their game,
I agree.
They'd jump them.
You just mentioned Middlesbrough. Let's stay with them. They beat Norwich to move level on points with Coventry. It also means they've now won their last 5 straight league games. If you're looking at teams at the top of the championship, it's Borough that have got momentum. Can you see them moving top before too long?
I mean, it would look that way. I mean, Hayden Hackney, what a goal. What a goal that was, by the way. Bang! Edge of the box, top corner. Honestly, wow, what a goal. Yeah, momentum is definitely in Middlesbrough's side. They're sending away 4 straight victories in a row. And it must be awful for Coventry because you can feel them coming. And every time even if you draw, it looks like to me Middlesbrough are going to go on and win again. Now, their next game is Sheffield United away, which could be a bit tricky.
Yeah.
But again, they'd be looking at that going, all right, if we get something from this game, say that Coventry don't win and they do win, then they go and play Coventry at Coventry the next game.
Huge.
Massive.
Let's move on and talk about.
Yeah, Javi Gracia.
Well, let me read what it says. because Ipswich didn't deserve a point as they nicked wrongfully a 92nd minute penalty to
No, it doesn't say that.
a not well-earned 1-1 draw at home to Preston, dropping 2 points. They've now failed to win their last 2 league games and have dropped to fourth like a stone.
Yeah, listen, 1 defeat in your last 9 is not bad, is it?
We haven't won in your last 2. That's bad.
No, one defeat in your last 9 is good form, right? You happy with that?
Not when I'm trying to get out of the Championship, no.
No, but that's good form, though.
No.
What, 1 defeat in 9 is not?
Well, not if the rest are
winning
draws.
5 of them.
Didn't you start off with like 6 draws out of 6 or something?
Yeah, no, well, listen, we didn't get away with it, but the chances that Ipswich missed, oh my goodness. And I feel for Hursty because I like him, but we can miss too many chances. And again, it's crunch time. He'll come good because I'm a big fan of his and I'll stand by him because I really like him. But they got away with one there. Clarkey again with the penalty stepping up. I mean, Portsmouth away tomorrow night, that is. That's a tough game, that.
Yeah.
Because Portsmouth's never easy to go anyway, especially midweek.
Just a quick word on Javi Gracia has left Watford. Get another manager leave. No surprise there. I'll tell you what I think is a surprise. They're only 4 points outside the top 6. Are you surprised they pulled the...
No, because Watford. But also, as well, I mean, certainly when I spoke to people that support Watford and are close to the club, I spoke about broken promises, the squad not being good enough. It just seems like a right mess. And you're right, to leave a job where you're just outside the playoffs and you're pushing for it, that tells you something bad must have happened. So where did Watford go now? Because it feels like they're changing managers every couple of weeks.
I know, it's insane. That was Bent's EFL Quarter Roundup. More from me and DB when we come back. And at 5 o'clock, we're talking all things Sir Michael Carrick. So if you want to have your say, just pick up the phone now and we'll call you back. 03717 223344. This is Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. We'll have a transfer window update with Alex Crook right after this.
Simon, stick to football, or if you've got an opinion about a matter outside of football, then say it.
Listen, I think there's a balancing act. I mean, I think depends if you're if you're representing yourself as a football player rather than just an individual. If you're a leading manager and you want to talk about the independence of Catalonia in example terms with Pep Guardiola, and you do it at a Manchester City function, I don't think you should be doing that, because you're there representing Manchester City. The challenge is that you will always, in people's eyes, be representing Manchester City. But by the same token, Pep Guardiola is a citizen of the world. He has an opinion about something, and he can utilise his opinion. So I have a mixed emotions about it. I don't really want them wading into subject matter, because most of the time they don't know what they're bleeding talking about, and they don't really have the courage of their convictions to stand up behind their own words.
But he's not wrong, is he? I mean, we've seen and heard of some of the prices at the World Cup for tickets in the summer, and they're exorbitant, to say the least. Again, but I would ask the question, where does the money go? Right? Because I realise who his father is, and his father was the president of Liberia, so he probably thinks he's got a soapbox to stand upon, right? So I understand that he comes from that particular background, and I'm not suggesting that footballers aren't entitled to an opinion. If it were a domestic opinion, I'd say shut your mouth, because you're the ones taking all the money out of the room in the first place. In this instance, I would suggest that the beneficiaries of the ticket pricing are FIFA, which is a not-for-profit organisation, and we know that they're not transparent, we know that they're opaque, but isn't the distribution of this money supposed to be going to grassroots football around the world?
Well, won't the FIFA delegates be going to the games in their limousines and sitting in the plus seats that they won't have had to pay for?
But there's always an element that's like saying, but that's like saying, I understand your point, and I don't disagree with it. It's like saying all the commercial sponsors that go and leave empty seats, but there's still their commercial dollars go into the business of sport.
I know, but Simon, how could we possibly object to Timothy Weah saying, I'm just a bit disappointed.
Go on then, right now. Big shot.
I'll ask that in a minute. You're listening to talkSPORT Drive Deadline Day on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, alongside Sid the Count. We'll be looking back at Man United's third straight win under Michael Carrick. Arsenal's Mikel Moreno has suffered a broken bone in his foot, could miss the rest of the season. Wayne Rooney has said that Hugo Ekitike's form gives Liverpool a dilemma when Isak returns from injury. Right, let's get more updates now. It's transfer deadline day. We're joined in the studio by the one and only Alex Crook, our chief football correspondent. Now, last time we spoke to you, nothing was happening slowly. Any movement on that at all?
Well, it could be an interesting one when it comes to Celtic, and we shouldn't ignore the old firm on this deadline day. Nottingham Forest, desperate to get in a new central midfielder in the final hours of the window. They've made 3 bids for the Celtic midfielder Arne Engels. The latest offer, £20 million plus £5 million in add-ons. That is huge money for a club in the Scottish Premier League, but it's been rejected by Celtic. Now, Martin O'Neill was asked about Forest's interest after Celtic's game this weekend, and he said, I hope that any bid gets rejected out of hand unless it's 100 million. Now, I don't think Forest are going to get to 100 million, but £25 million for a board who are under big pressure from the fans already is a massive amount to turn down.
Yeah,
I haven't seen much of him, so I couldn't really comment. But
sorry, they need to win the Scottish Premiership.
Yeah,
and if he goes, they're going to be weaker.
Yeah,
and he's that worth £25 million. I mean, that's the dilemma.
I think if they sold him, they would be revolting on the streets of Glasgow.
Yeah. Okay. Talking to revolting, Benny. Anything else you want to add?
What, to revolting?
No, that top you got on is revolting.
Hey, come on. Now, anything else? We're getting any news on maybe the Arsenal and
Axel Disasi's an interesting one.
Yeah, okay. West Ham.
Because West Ham have agreed a loan deal with Chelsea. As of 10 minutes ago, Disasi still hadn't turned up for his medical at West Ham. Now, bearing in mind the window closes in 2 hours, that's got to put this deal in jeopardy. The feeling all the way along with this one has been that Disasi would rather assess his options and potentially join another club than West Ham. But West Ham have been really keen to bring in a centre-back throughout this transfer window. But I think we have to say that deal could well be in doubt.
Do you know what? That's a bit of a surprising one, that, because, listen, I'm not his biggest fan, Axel Disasi. He has made some big mistakes, big costly errors. So the last thing I think West Ham would want to do is sign somebody that's got a mistake in them, because they're fighting for their lives. So I understand they need cover at centre-half, but he's not going to be the answer in terms of him walking through the door and West Ham fans going, what a signing that is. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of a surprising one, that.
Have you noticed there's a trophy cabinet behind Darren Bent? I've noticed that there's 23 trophies in there. If you take 22 of them away, it's the same as Arsenal's.
It's the same as Benty's as well, isn't it? In fact, you take 23 away.
I've got one.
Cookie, always a pleasure.
What did you get?
League Cup.
League Cup, then I.
Did you?
League Cup, Tottenham, yeah.
Oh, with the Jonathan Woodgate game?
Yeah.
Did you play?
My new sub.
No, so what's the answer to the question?
Doesn't count.
Did you play?
Yeah, warm up.
No.
No, but
So actually, you did as much in that final as I did.
How many times have I said to you about that medal, though? It doesn't mean... I've said to you, haven't I?
Where is you have said that?
It's in my son's wardrobe, I think, or something.
What's wrong with O'Hara missed the penalty?
That was the second year, which I played 120 minutes.
Was that Ben Foster in goal for United?
Is that why Arsenal let him go?
Oh, you're horrible.
Cookie, more from you a bit later on.
A couple of hat-trick balls if you want to cut.
Always a pleasure. Right, time now for this.
Paddy's Performers on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. Reviewing the top ballers, performers and goal scorers from the latest footballing action. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Right, time now for Paddy's Performers in association with Drive's official betting partner, Paddy Power. Today we're looking back at a great weekend of football. We nominated players we think made a difference and were Paddy's performers.
Let's have a guess who you've gone for. Someone who's Man United.
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes.
Goodness.
He was unbelievable. He was pulling the strings yet again.
Can you think outside the box?
He does think outside the box, and that ball to Šeško and a little turn was unbelievable. You look at your little face. You're involved in a goal like that to win the game, get all 3 points.
Yeah, come on now. There's other good performances out there this weekend.
There were, but I'm biased. I picked him. Who have you gone for?
I've gone for Dominic Solanke.
Oh, yeah, because you were cheering that goal.
Yeah,
as an Arsenal
I mean, do you know what I mean? The Spurs fans, we have them coming on this show regular saying he ain't good enough. Why we signed him? But they're great goals in good form. The first
World
goal.
Cup.
Listen, it's a shootout. Watkins is injured at the minute. Yeah. Abraham got his opportunity. Goal to Salah, which I think was a bit harsh.
It was.
Solanke's got a couple there. Calvert-Lewin at Leeds is doing all right.
Yeah.
Mate, it's all he can keep doing is scoring goals and then let it leave up to Thomas Tuchel.
Okay.
Leave it in the hands of the gods. That's what I was going to say.
He's good. Well done. Bruno, of course, Man United player. For them to finish in the top 4 is 11 to 10, just over even money. Dominic Solanke, Spurs to finish in the top half. That's a good bet. 3 to 1. Spurs finish top 3. Okay, there you go. It's Paddy Performance for today. Catch up with the latest odds at paddypower.com, 18+ only. BeGambleAware.org.
Paddy's Performers on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. Reviewing the top ballers, performers and goal scorers from the latest footballing action. 18+, BeGambleAware.org.
Michael Carrick, currently the only manager in the Premier League unbeaten in both of his reigns. Another win for Manchester United the weekend, 3 in 3. What next for him? United fans, what do you make of the performance? And also...
Number 3.
Thanks, Alex. Yeah, thanks for that. And also, I'd say I've lost my train of thought now. I've no idea where we're going. Oh, yeah. And also, if they don't get top 5, is it failure? I don't like that word.
Yeah,
but
it's failure.
I think United are
failed.
nailed on for that. For top 4, top 5.
You look good.
United, thank you. What about me? Oh, I thought you meant me.
No, Man United.
Man United fans, you can have your say by picking up the phone now. 03717 22 3344.
Number 5.
Anthony, does it bother you how you win it? If you end up winning it, you've won it, you know?
No, good morning, lads. Great show as usual.
Thanks, Anthony.
I just want to say hello to Martin, the legend. Martin, you probably don't remember me. I met you in Holiday Inn years ago. I came to get Ian Wright to sign my book for me, and I met you in the foyer. You was reading the newspaper, and you took the picture and you said, bloody hell, right, he's got more gold teeth than you. But anyway, that was a quick one. No, I think it's a disgrace how Scholes and Butt are talking, to be honest, Jim. Let's be honest, like you just touched on, the worst Premiership team was the last team Fergie won the league with. Because if you remember, Fergie left, Moyes came in, and that team after that got absolutely pelted. Couldn't defend nothing, absolutely dross. So how can he sit there and talk about if this Arsenal team wins the league, it's the worst team to ever win it? No. And let's talk about it realistically. Leicester City should never have won the Premiership. They should never have won the Premiership. So how can you sit there and say, oh, if this Arsenal team wins, it's the worst Arsenal team? Like the previous caller said, Chelsea, parking bosses, Jose Mourinho, winning at all costs. Nobody questioned Jose. Nobody questioned Jose when he wins at all costs.
Anthony, who had more gold teeth? You or Martin Keown?
No, I didn't have any of it.
Oh, you didn't have any?
It was Ian Wright.
Ian Wright did.
But I've still got the book, Martin, and I never forget it because you're a legend, a real legend.
It's very kind.
I don't forget the things that you used to do to Emil Esky as well, because I know Emil personally, and he says you used to rough him up on the pitch when the referee weren't looking. But fair play to you.
Can't comment on that.
Dreadful. I mean, yeah, Emil Heskey / everyone.
Emil was a great guy.
Formula One. It's a sport often seen as insular and elitist, but it's seen a meteoric rise under its owners Liberty Media, not only in popularity and viewership, but in the ability to almost print money. From greater access to more races, here's how it happened. For decades, Formula One was owned and run by one man, Bernie Ecclestone. He was old school, someone who thought the sport itself was enough, and there was no need for all this modern marketing and social media nonsense. But in 2016, Ecclestone agreed to sell his baby to American group Liberty Media. It cost Liberty Media $4.4 billion, and they quickly got to work. We got an F1 app almost immediately, and teams were allowed to show us more from behind the scenes. One of Liberty's most important deals was with Netflix, which in 2019 brought us Drive to Survive. The effect? An almost 70% rise in viewership for races in the US alone. it's massively benefited Formula One online too, with a rise from 7.8 million followers across its social media platforms in 2016 to around 50 million today. New eyes are on the sport too, with F1's own subscription TV channel, which people can watch anywhere in the world. But the main market they've tapped into is the US. There's now 3 races there a year, in Texas, Miami and Las Vegas, and an American-branded team, Cadillac, getting involved in the sport too. More races seems to be the direction of travel. A street circuit in Madrid's being welcomed onto the calendar, while conversations around a Grand Prix in Africa have ramped up in the last few years. More big events could be in the offing too, after the massive F1 75 season launch event in London in 2025. 7.5 million people tuned in to watch it live across the social media channels, and that doesn't include the viewing figures for where it was broadcast on TV in certain countries. It seems Liberty will do whatever they can to grow the F1 brand. Their efforts have been worthwhile too, with Forbes valuing the sport at $17.1 billion back in 2023, almost 4 times more than what they bought it for in 2016. Not bad, considering it's seen as a sport where people just drive around in circles.
Welcome back to our number 2 Deadline Day. Andy Goldstein's Deadline Day on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein. Guess who's it's Darren Bent here, look.
I like when I'm in the toilet.
I
like when I'm in the toilet.
Do you take your clothes off when you go to the toilet?
No.
Serious question.
What, for a week?
Yeah.
No.
I know a lot of people do that. I feel more comfortable without socks on.
Okay, all right. It's a bit of a weird conversation.
That's right.
It is.
You wear socks in the house?
Yeah, of course. And slippers.
I wear my slippers now, D. You know what I mean?
Which slippers?
Collab ones. With...
Can you honestly? How do you survive before I even come about?
I was walking about in skinny jeans in the house and desert
Skinny
boots.
jeans and red wings.
Red wings, yeah.
With an Alice band in.
yeah.
Here's $5 bill.
Thanks, man.
Alice, I mean, $5 bill.
You know what it is? It's like Tourette's that all tech ops have got. They just have to press random buttons, isn't it? Still to come, we'll find out what Benny's serving up in his tea time takeaway. But now, would it be failure if Man United don't get Champions League football next season?
Well, is this the moment that he arrives at Manchester United? It's Manchester United 3, Fulham 2. It's come from the right foot of Benjamin Sesko, and what a finish.
Give him time, let's see. It's been transformational. A change of mentality, and now there's a change of expectation.
You don't need to do anything with Michael Carrick. You need to let him continue on his journey, see where he's going, see what it looks like.
United jump up to 4th in the Premier League. It's finished at Old Trafford. Manchester United 3, Fulham 2.
Yeah, Michael Carrick made it 3 wins from 3 as Man United gaffer with a dramatic 3-2 win over Fulham Old Trafford yesterday. Leaves his side 4th in the table, point clear of 5th place Chelsea. And Carrick spoke to the media after the game and he said he was asked if there's anything better than winning a game in Fergie time.
It's the best feeling, I have to say. Yeah, some of the best moments here that I've been lucky to be part of. The game, you can dissect the performance and there's pluses and there's not. When you get a moment of the elation and the excitement like that, it's for me there's no better place, in front of the Stratford end like that. It's and it ends up meaning more. I think people leave here with more than just United won today. and it kind of puts layers on top of that, and the connection and the feeling, the emotion, and it's why we all love it so much.
We'll talk about what a great job Michael Carrick's doing in just a moment.
How long was he there as a player? Like 12 years?
I don't know.
I think 12 years he was there.
Is that it?
No, because obviously it just feels like, because we always talk about other big name players at Man United. 12 years, by the way.
Yeah. Great player. Great player.
Great player.
Yeah. I think this proves what a charlatan Ruben Amorim was. How poor a man, and he was. How in his 14 months there. I mean, embarrassingly bad. The guy's come in. The best he ever did in 14 months. The best he ever did, Ruben Amorim, was get 3 wins on the bounce. Carrick's had three games, and he's equalled that.
Got you to a final as well.
But just the football we're playing, 3 at the back. He wouldn't play Kobbie Mainoo. He wouldn't play Bruno in a 10. I mean, just everything he did with that team was wrong. And it's quite embarrassing how bad he was.
I blame him a little bit, but again, I blame players as well. Because players can just down tools when they feel like it.
But the manager should look at, after 5 games, after 10 games, after 15 games, after 20 games, after a season, and go, that's not working. Maybe I'll change it. Maybe Bruno is a 10. Maybe Kobbie deserves it. Maybe I'll play 4 at the back. And he didn't, and he was awful.
I get that, but sometimes some of the players are still the same players. I've got Ten Hag the sack, then I've got Amorim the sack.
Yeah. But these players now, played in their right positions, under a manager who knows how to manage them, are playing to the best of their ability.
Yeah, well, listen,
Why are you sticking up for him? He was appalling. Factually, the worst manager Man United have ever had.
No, but I get that. But my point is that you can't always just blame the manager. The players have got to take some responsibility as well.
Yeah, but when you see that Carrick now is getting an unbelievable tune out of the same players.
Yeah, it's a new manager bounce. You always get that.
Well, you don't always get it.
I mean, okay, not always, but a lot of the time, a new manager comes in and the results change overnight. Now,
Yes, that does happen. That does happen.
So I think,
but what's happening now is a manager has come in and understands how United should play to the best of their strengths, what players should play in the best positions, and he's doing everything right.
Yeah, of course, and obviously he's riding that wave. I mean, there will come a time where it's not going to be as simple, but all we can say is he's beaten City, he's beaten Arsenal, he's beaten Fulham. Fair play to him.
Yeah, I thought the Fulham game at the weekend was a tough game. If we would have drawn that 2-2, I'd have been sitting there a bit disappointed because we had a 2-0 lead. But on paper, Fulham was always going to be a tough game. Not easy, but a tough game.
Yeah, but you got off to the best possible start. I think certain players in your team, I mean, Cunha's a top player, I think, by the way that he plays, his touch, the way he can go past people. Sesko's getting his goal, obviously Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro is a man rejuvenated.
Yeah, great header.
So yeah, listen, all he could keep doing is winning games. And would you give him the job now?
It's way too early to make that call.
Okay, this is my thing. So 3 games in, he's best manager on planet Earth.
Yeah, but you know, there's a little bit of tongue in cheek with that. I'm just saying it to wind you up.
It's too soon to say give him the job.
There's no reason to have to say that because we've got a whole season with him. It's not like they're going to sack him in 6 games. Would you sack him or would you keep him? It's like, well, he's staying for the whole season. I don't need to make that call.
If he wins 12 games.
Out of what, 17?
Yeah, would you keep him?
What happens to the other 5?
Well, you lose 4 and draw 1.
So unbeaten in 13.
That's good form, that.
That's great form.
So would you give him the job?
That's great form. Well, I don't make that decision.
No, if it's your opinion, would you?
Ask me when that happens.
No.
Well, I need to know the man. If it's all 1-0s and...
It doesn't matter. You've won 13 games.
Yeah. Well, I'll say well done, Michael.
That's it.
Come back in summer, we'll have a little chat.
No, but would you give him the job?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Probably.
So that's
I mean, it's a results industry, right? And if you're getting them, why would you get rid of them? And also, United would then go back to the very beginning. And you might risk bringing in a... By the way, this is quite important. You know, we always say... you always say... He knows the club. And I poo-poo it.
Yeah. Carrick knows the club better than anyone.
How about this for a little stat? I looked at this the weekend. No manager who's ever won the Premier League knew the club when he went there. How about that for a little stat?
Well, but how
about that for a little stat, my friend?
Yeah, it's a good one. But I can name you managers that do know their club that won in the Premier League that won big trophies.
Just remember that stat. That never has an ex-player won the Premier League.
He's won the Champions League, though.
Doesn't matter.
Well, no, that's big trophy.
Knows the club. Well, factually, they don't. 0% of managers know the club.
That's ridiculous, though, because there's only been a handful of Premier League winning managers.
Well, there hasn't been quite a few of them.
No, there hasn't.
There's been about 8.
Well, so that's a lot, is it? Because
none of them have been an ex-player.
You've got Pep.
Proving it, you don't have to know the club.
No, but you do. No, you don't. I'm not saying you have to.
It makes no difference, D.
Does Carrick know the club?
Yeah, won anything.
No, but has it made a big difference?
No, not that he's known the club. No.
Has it made a big difference?
No, it's made no difference that he knew it.
Roberto Di Matteo.
Oh, come on.
Played for Chelsea. FA Cup winning twice, I think. 2 goals in 2 finals. Knew the club.
He played for it.
Yeah, and then comeback manager, won the Champions League. Knew the club.
Okay. Right. But that's one out of maybe 500.
Yeah, my point is there's not that many Premier League.
It makes no difference if you know where the toilets are.
So
I've got it right down here.
You got Dalglish, Fergie, Wenger.
Yeah, go on. I've got it.
Mancini, Pellegrini, Pep, Klopp,
go on.
Ranieri.
Yeah, go on.
Slot 9. Is that
it? Is there no more than that?
I think it's only 9.
There you go. I've got the list here. Here we go. I've got them all. Right. How many did you say?
9.
Right, it's 11. Fergie, Pep,
Ancelotti,
Jose, Arsene Wenger. You forgot him.
No, I said him.
Dalglish,
yes,
Ancelotti, Mancini, Pellegrini, Ranieri, Klopp, and Slot.
Yeah, I said that. The only one I didn't say was Ancelotti.
Right.
Oh, Conte didn't say either.
Right. So all those managers didn't know the club.
I get that, but they're like top end clubs.
Yeah, but they
Like
didn't.
sometimes you bring players back that knew the club.
Yeah, but none of them did.
Oh no, I did Matteo did Champions League.
There will be an exception to that rule. But United now, right? We're out of every competition, which is bad for you and your haircut. We haven't talked about that. Can't have your haircut another week.
That's fine. Just keep getting it lined up. It's fine.
You've got Spurs at the weekend, then no FA Cup the following weekend.
Makes me laugh how you think you're going to swipe the floor of everyone.
No. If we don't lose, if we draw against Spurs, the bet
Do you
continues.
think you beat Spurs?
Hold on. What week do you start going, I need a haircut?
No, listen, a bet's a bet.
No, what week do you start going, I need a haircut now?
No, I won't, because you've allowed me to have lines up.
No, you're not answering my question.
No, but
if the same bet was me, I would say to you, after 4 weeks without a haircut, I'd need one. How many weeks do you need one?
You don't listen to what I'm saying. That will be fine because you've allowed me to have a lineup. So once you have a lineup, that's the worst part of a haircut.
Right.
So
Right, so you still
my
haven't answered my question. At what week do you go, it's getting a little bit big?
Are you not listening to me?
So in 80 weeks, it's still not big.
If I keep getting lined up, it'll be all right.
So it'll be like that?
Yeah.
You won't be able to walk through a door, but that's fine.
That's fine.
No, it's garbage.
As long as I've got the lineup.
What week will you go, actually, it's getting long? It's getting long.
Yeah, but I've got long hair anyway. As long as you allow me.
How can you not get this question?
Honestly, Andy, listen.
All right, so in 10 years, you would never go, it's getting a bit long now.
You'd be ridiculous, but listen to me, right? My point is my hair, yes, should become a mess, but because you've allowed me to have a lineup, beard and hair, my hair will always look all right. So it doesn't matter if it keeps getting big and big, it will still look fine because you've allowed me to have the lineup. That's it.
So if you didn't have a haircut for a year, it would look fine with the lineup?
Yes, but if you didn't allow me to have the lineup, it'd be a mess.
It wouldn't be.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on, you can't have anything here?
No, but you can line outside of my hair up.
Okay.
People understand. People will message and understand what I'm saying.
I just don't believe that if you had 2 years hair growing upwards, you'd still go, it's fine.
Yeah, because I've still got the lineup, which keeps it in condition, keeps it in proportion.
Okay.
You get me, Joe?
I don't think that would be the case.
It is the case. Don't need a fade.
Why do you have a haircut then? Why don't you just have a lineup?
No, because now I like to get my hair cut, but it doesn't bother me if I don't, as long as I've got the lineup.
Okay. Well, for your sake,
Shout out Bird and Co.
What's his name?
Harry Bird.
Harry Bird. It's a great name.
Great barber.
You want to share a prison cell with Harry Bird, don't you? He'd be a good lad.
Good barber.
Look
Cutting your
after
hair.
you. Yeah, cut your hair in prison. Be great.
Great barber. Lineup. He knows about the lineup. I'll give him instructions. Lineups for the next few months.
Has he got Tottenham's fixture list on his wall? Bet he might be in there. Sorry, Man United.
Trust me.
So come on, this is the question. So United are out of every competition. All they've got to play for is the Premier League, right? If they don't get Champions League football, how surprised will you be?
Yeah, I'd be shocked because I think you've given yourself a great opportunity to do that. You're currently fourth. I mean, Chelsea, 1 point above Chelsea, talking about Liverpool, so it's going to be tight.
Yeah.
But both
Chelsea have got other trophies to play for.
So have Liverpool, both in the Champions League. So, and I think you could catch Villa 5 points. They've got a gap on you, and the reason why is because I just don't think they've got the squad to be able to compete on all fronts. So they've got the Europa campaign, which they obviously going to do well in with Unai Emery there, and they're pushing for. I don't think they're going to win the Premier League, but they are up there on merit and they're playing well enough. So, other than the weekend, so they have got outside interference, whereas Man United have got a straight run at it. You've got no, as you said, no League Cup Grimsby, no FA Cup Brighton, no European football. So you're one game a week. So really, I think it would be failure if you don't get it. Because
I think so. I think
every
United
other
fans
team
would agree with that.
Every other team down to sixth has got something to play for. Arsenal, City, Villa, Chelsea, and Liverpool all got European aspirations, all pushing for their own trophies. You're the only one who hasn't.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. United fans, how high do you think United can finish?
I think you can finish third.
Can't get second?
No.
Okay, third is the best,
I think
which will
so.
be from where United were on their knees. That's a great
I think
season.
so.
Okay, where will United finish? And if they don't get Champions League football next season, is it failure? 03717223344. It's a busy show. Cookie will be in just a moment with the latest from the transfer window. Slamming shut in 1 hour, 43 minutes. So as soon as anything happens in that, we'll keep you up to date right here on talkSPORT. Before that, though, if you pick up the phone, you could be next talking all things United. 03717 223344.
Tottenham 2, Manchester City 2, a result I didn't really expect at all at half-time. The sad thing was,
game of two halves.
I know there was a lot of talk about the atmosphere, but the atmosphere wasn't angry in that first half. I think we all looked at the team and thought, wow, we could get it, our backsides handed to us here. And then the team kind of lived down to our expectations in the first half. And it was very flat. It was an apathetic, flat performance. We had no expectations. And then they suddenly came alive in the second half. And it doesn't take much. It just takes a bit of intent, just a little bit of belief. And the place was transformed.
The professional football people, of which I certainly don't count you two and myself, there's an illusion that the crowd must lift the team. The thing that works, and really the only thing that ever really, really works, with one or two exceptions, maybe the Leeds crowd can lift their team occasionally, is the team lifts the crowd, and then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Sure.
The two most important moments in that game, one was invisible and one did not result in a goal. The invisible one was the save by Vicario from Ryan Cherky, which was given as a goal kick. If that had gone in, it could have been anything by half-time. The goalkeeper got no credit for it, but he stopped it and changed the game. And the second one, the moment the game changes, is when Spurs come out, depleted further by the loss of their captain, into a new system, and they had one good move. They had nothing in the first half. Udogie has that shot, saved by Donnarumma, and that convinces them and the crowd that they can still get something in the game. And from that moment on, against a Manchester City team, I think they're a waxwork, Manchester City. They might win the title, I don't know, but I think they're a waxwork of the great Manchester City teams, by which I mean is they look like Manchester City from a distance, but as soon as you turn up the central heating, they're inclined to melt away into a sky blue blob, which is what you
Listening to Deadline Day Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here. Still to come. We'll find out what Bent is serving up with his tea time takeaway. But now it's time for a transfer update on Deadline Day. We're joined in the studio by the brand ambassador of Goldstein's Golden Post, talkSPORT reporter. I think Alex Cook must be stuck in the toilet. Anil Kandolu is here.
Very good evening, gentlemen. Happy Deadline Day.
Happy Deadline Day. How are you?
I like the energy. I like the energy.
Let me just say that your show you do with Luke on... is it Colourful Radio?
Colourful Radio,
fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
When is that on?
Thank you. Every Sunday, 7 till 9 p.m.
I remember him a couple of weeks ago promising they'd come on. Has he been on yet?
Well, you've been on. You kept your deal after the Arsenal Man United game.
What did I say? I said, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Where's the text? Where's the invite?
I thought you listened.
I'm just going to turn up.
I thought you
Why
listened
not?
every week.
No, I was busy this weekend.
He's on a this is what you're dealing
I had
with.
to cut my toenails this weekend.
Man of the people, apparently.
What? I am a man of people, don't forget.
Come on his show then.
Yeah.
All right, next weekend, next Sunday. Oh, no.
See?
Other toenail.
Hey, Sunday I'm coming on.
Hey, there you go.
I've got 10 toenails to get through. It's one a week. I do one a week religiously. And it's like painting the Golden Gate Bridge. When I finish the last one, the first one needs cutting. Right, where are we up to? What's happening?
Yeah, well, I think we should start with the Jean-Philippe Mateta. Of course, this morning it looked almost certain that he would be off to Italy to join Milan. As we've already heard throughout the day today, that fell through, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he will return to Crystal Palace. We're hearing at the moment at talkSPORT that the powers that be, shall we say, at Crystal Palace are aware that the fans have turned their back on Mateta, so they know they need to find a resolution to this situation. We do understand that Juventus are one of the clubs interested in acquiring Mateta on a loan basis. So, yeah, as we approach what now, less than 2 hours to go until that big deadline, I think this is going to be the one to watch
You
out.
know what's mad about that? If you're the way he's almost conducting himself, Mateta, I'd almost make him come back and go out there in front of fans.
Yeah.
Because that would be.
Because you're nasty. That shows you the kind of person you are.
Oh no, I'm saying, listen, I'm looking out for Palace, a football club, the institution that's Crystal Palace.
People see
that was a bit far.
Pull back the curtain, you can see.
Hold on,
He's a human
been on Colourful Radio, has he? Oh,
No,
wow.
he hasn't.
Yeah, there you go, Karen.
And Neil, before we let you go, anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, of course. There's a couple of more deals if you fancy it.
We've got time for one.
Yeah. Oh, if just one, then okay, we'll go with Axel Disasi. We heard this morning talks with West Ham were ongoing. We've got a bit of an update here on talkSPORT that the loan deal has made a bit of headway. He has began his medical to join the club on loan.
He's turned up.
Yeah, so big news. Another one to watch out for. But whatever happens, a reminder that we will be across everything on talkSPORT.com.
Good work. Hair looks good.
Thank you. Yeah, Goldstein's Golden Paste.
Oh my
Good, man.
goodness.
All you
That's
need.
good.
There's an advert for that.
If you used it, it'd probably look a
It's
little
not an
bit better,
advert, it's just a fact.
Yeah, it's just a fact, yeah.
Someone said,
Okay.
I'll be looking at Marge Simpson soon, but I'll still sound alright because I've got a lineup.
Unbelievable.
That's good. Anil, wonderful work as always.
Thank you
When
very
you're
much.
back on Colourful Radio.
This Sunday, live
You keep
from
telling
7
us.
p.m. Yeah, if you fancy it.
No, the reason I'm saying it is so people listen.
You go on the show for him,
Maybe
man.
that will, attract a bit of the listeners.
Speak to my agent. Speak to my people.
No, this Sunday I'm coming in.
Thank you. In person?
You're such a liar.
I'm coming on the show.
No, in. Is in's gone to on.
Studio.
I'm coming on the show.
Okay.
I'll come in this weekend.
Yeah, great.
That ain't going to happen. Anil, thanks so much for coming in. We'll speak to you a bit later on.
Yeah, of course.
Should we go to the phone lines? Talking all
Hey,
things.
go on
mate?
the show. Come on.
I will go on the show. I can't this Sunday.
Or the next 10.
No, the one after I'll do it. I'm about. I know it's my mother-in-law's birthday.
this is him. The real him.
Real him.
I'll do it. We'll do a pre-record here and play.
Pre-record.
Yeah. All right.
Can't afford
Just
pre-record.
get out. I want to take to.
Sorry.
All right. Pop a show here.
Sorry.
Let's go to the phone lines. 03717223344. Mark is a Man United fan. Hello, Marky Mark.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Better than the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I bet you are.
obviously. Yeah, I think we're playing much better. They still worry me a bit because we're still conceding. But we're playing like we want to score more than opposition now, which is encouraging to see.
Yeah.
I am worried about the depth we've got because I think if Dorgo would have been fit, he'd have played exactly the same side again, even though Cunha scored winning goal. Now, I'm a bit worried because I think we're a couple of injuries away, or a couple of bits of bad luck away from not knowing what to do a little bit.
What do you mean?
I still think we've got quite a few average players like Agate and Mazraoui.
Oh yeah, but I mean, give him a chance. I mean, he's only been in for 3 games.
I know,
Carrick.
I know he has, and he seems to have found a winning formula, doesn't he, with what he's picked and how he's set it up. Great, and he has. You've only got to see him. They look like 11 new players. They're fantastic.
Totally, yeah.
But it worries me if something goes wrong.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, just so I can speak to Dave, the next caller. Just a yes or no. Will United get Champions League football?
100%.
100%. That's what I like to hear. Let's speak to Dave, also a United fan. Hi, Dave.
Hi, chaps. How are we doing?
I'm good. How are you today?
Very well, very well. I was on a few weeks ago, and I tried my best to defend Mr. Amarin, but the more and more we look at this last 14 months, it's just been a waste. It's complete waste of time. He's turned around and said he said it was the worst squad ever. He said the Pope wouldn't even make him change his squad mind from the formation. And straight away, you got a guy who's come in, feel-good factor, play the players in the right places, and they're winning games. It's not hard. I mean, it's a simple set of instructions to go forward and attack, and that's what you're getting now. I mean, obviously, as a pro player, Darren Bent is there with you now. If you've got a manager that's encouraging you and getting the best out of you, even when you're on the bench, and you're coming off the bench and scoring, that means you're inclusive and you're involved and you're wanting to be playing, and they're chomping at the bit to get off the bench.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. That is that when you've got a manager that's managing to keep everybody happy, so where they come on the pitch, they're having a real big impact. But I mean, it's a really good point. But you said there, you think definitely Man United will get Champions League.
Yeah.
Who misses out then? Give me your 1 to 5.
1 Man City.
Yep.
No. 1 Arsenal. 2 Man City. 3 Man United. 4 Chelsea.
Yep.
5 Villa.
So Liverpool don't make it.
Oh no, I'll change Liverpool for Villa.
Do you think Villa are going to currently are?
I think they'll drop out.
Well, they are 7
I
points.
don't think they've got a deep enough squad.
Well, Villa are 7 points currently ahead of Liverpool.
Yeah, that's a long way to go, though. Long way to go.
If he's pushing out Villa like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I imagine they're going to play him. They haven't played him twice this season.
If you could get Emery now and push Michael Carrick out of the door, would you do it?
I taught you so well tonight.
Would you, though?
So well.
Right as we sit right now.
I'm not pushing anyone out of any door, Darren.
No, but Unai
I'm not
Emery-
like that.
No, but would you do it, though?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, so Carrick's better than Emery in your
No, I said I can't tell you that.
Well, you want the
What
best.
would you?
What, right now?
Yeah.
No, because currently things are going
So
very
who's
well.
better, is he?
Who?
Who's a better manager, Arteta or Emery?
Oh, Emery's better. I mean, you look at the
You
the
don't want
awards.
a better.
But you tell me about Carrick. Would you push him out now to get Emery?
I'm not pushing anyone, Darren.
Would you
I'm
say Emery
I'm not
now?
a violent man.
Emery, yes or no?
No.
Now.
Not right now, no.
So you don't want him now?
Not right now.
Okay, that's fine. I don't have a
All right.
problem with that. Carrick's better. That's what you
I didn't
say.
say that.
That's what you think.
Do you think Carrick's better?
Then Emery, absolutely not.
All right, okay. I've got allegiances. I'm loyal. That's the difference.
You're not.
Loyal.
You're not.
You're not.
You're
Push him out.
You're not.
Honestly, your vocabulary was terrible. Push him out. Get rid of him. Down the stairs. Boom.
I mean, you're taking this way too
Horrible,
far.
man.
I'd say
you are.
that. Oh,
That's,
listen,
that's
shout-
why you're not involved in football anymore.
Shout out Mickey Carrick, legend.
Yeah. Oh, is he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Oh, you're
As a
kicking, you're
player-
booting him down some stairs.
No, I'm not.
I'm keeping him
I asked you the question.
down the stairwell. Were you?
Yeah, they'll clip that.
He's not even looking. Vile, man.
Goldstein says Carrick better
Vile,
than
man.
Emery.
Yeah, you know, talkSPORT will clip it. Bentley says, get Arteta out, get Emery in now.
Well,
That's
no-
what they'll clip.
No one said that.
That's what they'll clip. Still to come, we'll find out what Benny's 7 up in his tea time takeaway this week. First, it's time for a bit of no Googling. Which duo of players have combined for the most goals in the Premier League so far this season? Now, this is a great question. Which duo of players have combined for the most goals in the Premier League season so far?
Declan Rice and Gabriel.
No.
I mean, that was just one that.
No.
All right. Look, just look.
All right. Declan Rice and Gabriel, what, together?
Yeah, because if Declan Rice crosses the ball and Gabriel just heads him in
Oh,
the
I
get.
see. Okay, yeah. The answer may surprise a lot of you.
Oh, I bet it's Man United, isn't it? Oh, listen. You're predictable.
You're arrogant because it's not. It's not. I swear to God, it's not. The answer to that, and Bentley being proved wrong again. Coming up with Jarvan talkSPORT after this.
Sad, isn't it? F***ing sad. You know what I mean? I'm still shaking my head. You know what I mean? Would you do it again? I bloody will do it again. Actually, I think if I had been a bit more mobile, I might have done a knee slide. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That would have only got me a yellow as well.
Ah, David. So he got booked, Simon. He got booked, Martin, and he was. I mean, a lot of that I think is tongue in cheek.
Yeah,
is it not? Yeah. I mean, if they say, okay, we'll make in special cases you can come out your technical area. No.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? I mean, the fact that it looks like a cross between David Pleat on a mobility scooter is a problem for him.
Or David Pleat.
Yeah, but the fact is that it's the technical area is big enough for them to celebrate in. It's been made bigger than back in the day when you had managers that meant as much to them. Back in the day, you didn't see Bob Paisley doing a knee slide, did you? The fact is that if you let a manager do this, then they'll take it to the next level.
Did Mourinho not do it in midweek then?
Well,
no, it's a bit of emotion.
Inconsistency. No, there's nothing wrong with it. But there's no need for managers to go on a pitch at the end of a game. There's no need for managers to run on the pitch and celebrate. They've got a plenty big enough technical area. And the reasons why I say that it's not as mean-spirited as David would want to perpetuate the idea that it is that if you give them this yard, they'll take the next yard. Then they'll take the next yard, then they'll take the next yard. And then something will happen, and all of a sudden people say, why don't you stop it at source?
I'm watching it.
I didn't want to be mean-spirited.
I'm watching it on a wheel here, and he's so into himself. He's not goading anybody. It's just this is the manager of Everton Football Club celebrating
waiting for his hip
a late goal. Do you know? And it's quite brilliant, really, to be honest. He's just caught in the moment. I don't think we should be punishing him for that.
But is there so what do you want then? Do you want subjectivity? You want rules or not want rules? Because you don't like subjectivity. And
Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Some are pretty straightforward. Arsenal are the Gunners because they were founded by a group of munitions workers, and Bournemouth are the Cherries because their old stadium was built right next to a cherry orchard. Then there's Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were 2 local toffee shops. Ipswich Town nicked their nickname off their opponents in the late 90s, Birmingham. The term Tractor Boys was chanted as a way to tease the team about their farming background, but they started using it themselves as a way to cheer on the team in victory instead. Take that, Birmingham. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire's also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Crystal Palace's nickname came from an extreme makeover. They were having a nightmare run in the 70s, and when they were relegated, their manager, Malcolm Allison, wasn't having it. I know what'll make us better, he thought, a new nickname. The Strong and Deadly Eagle sounded like a pretty good bet. And there's more to that story. Brighton used Palace's nickname to inspire their own. Ooh, a bird, they thought. Let's just pick a different one for us. And so, in a heated match between the two teams back in 1976, when Palace fans began chanting, "Eagles, Eagles," Brighton fans had the perfect reply, "Seagulls, Seagulls." So next time the away end's chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
Bit of a banger in it, Al, for a Monday afternoon. I like it. It's driving talkSPORT. It's Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Before the break, I asked the question, which duo of players have combined for the most goals in the Premier League so far this season? What are you thinking?
So I thought maybe it'd be a Man United player and another man, like Cunha and like Fernandes and Mbeumo. Well, what club?
Six goals. If I tell you the club, you get.
Ekitike and Wirtz.
No. Oh yeah, so it is Ekitike and Wirtz. Yeah. Did you cheat?
So no, it's coming in my tea time takeaway. That.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you plugging it.
Yeah, my tea time takeaway.
Still to come and have some fun with the best bits of talkSPORT. And one more bully will be in for the end of show quiz at the slightly earlier time of 6:15 today.
Actually, quite like so when I know, obviously, my feature every Monday.
Yeah. Was it yours? Is it?
Yeah, it is. After all the games are finished, I have to sit down in the front room, nice with Hennessy there, and just go through all the chat.
Lie. Joe writes it.
Joe
Joe writes the whole thing.
No, he doesn't. I do it myself. I go and
Joe, do you write it? Look, Joe's nodding.
Yeah, no. So I.
Joe writes it all. You're probably watching like the Bengals Seagulls against the Cincinnati.
Nah, so I watch all the championship like highlights and that.
You don't do that.
How much you want to bet?
You don't do that.
Yeah, I do.
Who's bottom of the championship?
Bottom? I can tell. I think it's Sheffield Wednesday. Actually, I knew that. Sheffield Wednesday.
Who's bottom of the League One?
Oh, I don't know.
Who's top of League One?
What? Lincoln are flying in League that. I don't think they're top, but they're flying.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah. But no, yeah.
League Two, top of League Two.
No, but listen, I'm not.
I can see you tapping away on your iPad.
My point is, I would watch the championship.
Fine.
I flirt with League One a little
bit.
bit.
Watch it, yeah. Good work, Joe. Time now for Joe's.
Cardiff top of League One.
How you doing? It's Darren Bent. Takeaway. Can I take your order, please?
Get my hands, marinate all up in the thing. I like my medium well. Ginger beer, oil over it. Get my brush thing, get the oil over it. It better be Heinz. If it's not Heinz, honestly, I'll lose it.
I'm Darren Bent, and this is my tea time takeaway.
Yeah, time now for producer Joe's Tea Time Takeaway. Every week, 100 Club member Darren Bent pretends it's his. He serves up 5 key takeaways from the weekend's action. So, Bentley, what's on Joe's mind?
I'm saying that's my feature, right? Don't do that. Don't take that away from me. Right, first up.
You got to act it, though. You got to act it. This is the fun part, right?
Right, go on, say it again.
What are you serving up?
Honestly, start putting some respect on Liam Rosenior's name.
You just read it, though. There's no acting around it. Let's hear from Chelsea boss Liam Rosenior speaking after that comeback against West Ham. And he was asked what he said to his team when they were 2-0 down at half-time.
It was non-stop. I said to the players, tactics go out the window. It's about your mentality, it's about your heart and your fight. The players have got so much quality, but what I was so happy with was just the mentality of the team. But we looked like a really, really good team in that second half, a team that fight for each other, a team that run for each other, but it has to stay that way moving forward.
6 wins in 7 games so far for Liam Rosenior. Are the Chelsea fans having him?
I still think there'll be some out there that are not, but you have to say, I mean, you've got to start giving him a little bit of credit. I don't care who he's beat. You can only beat what's ahead of you, right? Yes, they beat Charlton in this first game 5-1. Okay, then they lost to Arsenal, but it was close. But since then, beating Brentford at home, we were doing well. Beat Paphos, I know it took a little bit of time.
Should be beating all these teams, although.
Yeah, okay, Palace. Napoli away is not an easy result, by the way. Goes there and wins as well. And then beating West Ham. So, listen, you need to start giving him a little bit of credit. People couldn't wait for the wheels to fall off.
All I'll say is he made something like 7 or 9, I can't remember, I think it was 7 changes. And he took like Pedro out. It's like, why are you taking someone that's...
Yeah, but it's obviously a reason as to why he's done that.
I know, but it didn't work.
Well, clearly it's working because he's winning games.
No, but then he brought them all on. Like, why are you taking Cucurella off when you've got Bowen on the... Do you know what I mean? I think he's making errors from the start that you just shouldn't...
But you can't say he's making errors because they're winning games.
They are winning games, you're right.
But this is the thing. I think some people, no, not you, some people are desperate for him to fail just so they can go, see, I told you.
No, I don't care if he fails. Some people think he shouldn't have been given the chance. I think that's utter garbage.
Right? But he's got the job now, and I think he's doing a really, really good job. I get it. Maybe some people are still not convinced. They've got Arsenal coming up away. Then they've got Wolves away, Leeds at home. I mean, he's got the opportunity, bar tomorrow night, to really put a good run together.
Yeah. You can't argue.
Of course you can't.
You cannot argue it. It's a results industry, right?
Yep.
And you can, if he keeps winning, you cannot argue.
Well,
you are wrong if you argue.
Before he got there, right, they got beat by Fulham, right? Drew with City, good result. Drew with Bournemouth at home, 2-2. Got beat by Villa, drew with Newcastle. So he's got there and he's changed it around the winning game. So
although Villa and Newcastle were tougher than the games they've had so far in the Premier League.
Okay, but they
haven't had a tough game in the Premier League yet.
In total, no.
Right?
Yeah, in the Brentford's a tough game though.
No,
it's not.
That was at home, right? And by the way, Brentford had chances to win that game.
Okay, but again, so you're trying to take a bit of credit away.
No, I'm just saying they haven't had a game yet. They haven't had a run of games against teams where I would think this will be tough. Let's see what he's made of.
Yeah, but I think the Napoli one's a big...
Napoli, yeah, I agree with you, right? But you should be winning at home to West Ham. You should be beating Brentford at home.
All right, fair enough. But I'm saying... Yeah, I'm saying give him credit.
I know, I give him 100%.
Give the man his flowers.
You can only beat the team in front of you.
There you go.
Here's a big bunch of flowers.
Yeah, thank you.
All right?
And say thank you to Keith Andrews as well. Say sorry, Keith Andrews.
Sorry, Keith Andrews.
There you go.
Just staying with them, they face Chelsea face your side, Arsenal, which live on talkSPORT in the Carabao Cup tomorrow. 3-2, so effectively 1-0, because away goals mean now at the moment. Are you worried? Are you nervous?
Yeah, so Chelsea come to town. It's always a big game. I do take great kind of confidence from the way that he rotated the squad at the weekend. There were some really good performances, I thought, for Mikel Arteta, beating Leeds away from home, 4-0 quite comfortably in the end. But it's still a tough game. Chelsea-Arsenal, it's never easy. It's never easy to predict either. So I'd like to think Arsenal at home should win.
Yeah.
But come on, we'll see.
Okay.
Please.
You want to stay with this game, I imagine, don't you, Darren?
It's quite fun, actually. Because you sometimes it's almost like you see
Just the ad lib.
Yeah, there's some people out sometimes in a club or a bar and they've had too much to drink and then they feel like they can fight the world.
Yeah.
Well, listen, right? João Pedro in this scenario wanted no part of Adama Traore.
I don't think anyone wants any part of Adama Traore.
When he threw Cucurella, right, on the floor
like a rag doll,
and then he turned around, João Pedro tried to push him. He thanked his lucky stars that his teammates come over there as quick as they can.
Yeah.
Because
he's huge, isn't he?
Massive. And there's that video going around in there. There's like that Instagram clip where he turns around, they slow it right down, and you see Pedro's face.
Yeah, he bottles it, yeah.
It's almost like...
Understandably, by the way.
He's almost like gone, what have I done
What
here?
have I done? Yeah, I've gone too far.
Yeah. But Adama Traore... And he tried to say a couple of years ago, I don't know if it's still the case, he tried to say, don't go gym.
Did he?
I don't remember he said that. Adama Traore...
That's impossible.
He said he don't go gym. That exactly what I said.
He must do.
He must go gym. He's massive.
You can't have muscles like that. You can be big, but you can't have muscles like that unless
No.
you're lifting weights.
He is ginormous, man.
Yeah. Does he still cover his arms in...
Baby oil.
Yeah.
No. I'm laughing, but I don't know.
I don't want to know the reason why. Should we move on?
Yeah. Again, so this weekend...
A bit of ad-libbing.
A bit of ad-libbing there. You spoke about in the new Googling. The no Googling. No Googling. Right.
Yeah.
Listen, Wirtz and Ekitike, the best pairing in the league.
They are.
Yeah.
And as you said, in no gurgling. Let's hear from Liverpool boss Arne Slot speaking after that win against Newcastle. He was asked about the form of Ekitike and Wirtz.
No, of course, very impressed. I said after the Bournemouth game we have to improve in both boxes, and we scored 10 and only conceded 1. Now you highlight these two, and if I talk about these two, the first thing that I notice is that they indeed make goals and assists. Florian, of course, has been very unlucky in the beginning of the season where he created so much for himself and his teammates, but balls didn't go in. But what I also notice is the work rate for the two of them off the ball, and that has improved throughout the season, but now they are at a level that it's getting serious.
Wirtz, by the way, Ekitike and Wirtz.
Yeah, Wirtz, yeah.
Is Wirtz starting to find his feet now?
Yeah, he is. He's looking better and better. But I saw flashes at the start of the season. Some of the touches, the little link-up play. But again, it's really nice to see that. I've been in this scenario where you just combine with a certain teammate. Now, every single time one of them gets the ball, they're like, where's the other one?
You had that with Smurf, right?
I had that with Danny Murphy. I had it with Ambrose to more of an extent because I had it for the whole youth team. Then when we got to the first team, and then when we played at Charlton together, where he would just, as soon as he gets the ball, it's almost like his radar would go, right, where's Bentley? I'd make the run, and away it comes. And these two as well. I mean, the little touches they have in between. When Ekitike gets it, he's like, where's Wirtz? Let me give him the ball because he knows he's going to get it back. They both look really, really good together in terms of the way that they're playing. And if you've got those two firing, I mean, that's going to be incredible for Liverpool.
Are you surprised, right? It's interesting you say that. Your relationship with Darren Ambrose, and there's lots of them at different levels. Ekitike and Wirtz are at the highest echelon you can have, right? So if you wanted one, it's going to cost you a fortune. Two is impossible. Are you surprised we don't see, from lower league football, when a team takes a punt on a player, are you surprised we don't see players being bought in twos?
Not really, because
that telepathy, I think, is very rare.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that with the Charlton scenario with me and Ambrose. Yeah, he went to Newcastle, but they brought us back together again at Charlton.
Okay, and when you came back, was it totally different to anything you'd had there?
Mate, same thing. For game one, like obviously I played with him for 4 or 5 years in the youth team.
Yeah.
Then we played in the first team. Then he went to Newcastle, came back to Charlton. First 10 minutes against Sunderland. I mean, I've not played with him for a couple of years. I make the run, first goal, bang, over the top of him, score. Within 10 minutes.
It's weird that you don't have clubs finding the two.
Yeah,
a relationship like that is so hard to come across, isn't it?
So hard, right? And with those two as well, which is nice. It's almost like Ekitike has heard the noise around Wirtz. Like, he started off his Liverpool career really well, but Wirtz is struggling, and it's almost like he's gone, now, do you know what? I'm going to help him.
Yeah.
So now and when you've got an ally like he has, like all of a sudden now they're not looking for Salah all the time. It's like, where's Ekitike? Where's Wirtz?
What do you do? Sorry, Joe, just one last question. What do you do when Isak is fit?
Oh, Ekitike starts. He's going to have to wait his time.
So you paid like 140 million for him. He's got to start on the bench.
He has to. You know, Liverpool have had this before. Remember Gerrard and Torres?
Yeah.
Every single time Gerrard got the ball, where's Torres?
Yeah, but you didn't have one that was going to replace either of those.
No, it has to be Ekitike.
I agree with you.
Yeah, Isak going to have to wait his time.
Okay. That was producer Joe's Tea Time Takeaway. When we come back, we will have some fun. Lots of fun coming up with the best bits of talkSPORT.
Look, Ross the Motherwell fan has texted a little bit cruelly, but says, I might be wrong, but I'm sure it was that sausage Rodri that complained about the length of the grass at Hampden when Mighty Scotland pumped Spain 3-2.
He's right.
Do you think, though, in truth, that Rodri he's more frustrated by the level of City's performance than he is by officials?
Well, he has to be, and he'll probably, something. He's just a phenomenal player, Jeff. Absolutely fantastic player. And, there's no getting away from it. And he's not firing on all cylinders yet, coming back for, as you correctly say, a very, very serious injury. And he will get back to fitness. You see signs of it. He's still not there yet. So with that comes frustration, right? There's no getting away from it, because you want to be at the level that you know you can be. So you start looking at other things, and other things that generally wouldn't really get to you start annoying you. Wee things. Now, he might have a point with Solanke maybe touching Gahey at the back. But I've watched it. I reckon I've watched it, but no joke, Jeff. I've sat and watched that about 30 times this morning, right? Now, the goal itself, it does really well with Kusanov, shrugs him off, great physical strength. Now, he sticks his leg through Gahey's leg. He probably, you can't tell from the angle when you're looking at it. What you can tell is he does make contact with the ball, right? Ever so slight contact with the ball, then it goes on to Gahey's foot and goes into the back of the net. Jeff, I'm giving a goal all day, right? I think probably the vast majority of goal scorers would give a goal all day. But the problem isn't that. The problem's not that decision not going Manchester City's way.
Drive on talkSPORT, deadline day drive as well. Me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent alongside. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to a big game over on talkSPORT 2 live tonight. See Sunderland against Burnley. Just quickly, Fulham have rejected an offer from Everton for Harry Wilson. In fact, we can stay with that theme of transfers or non-transfers because we're joining the studio. Usually it's Alex Crook, but I think Deliveroo have just tipped up. talkSPORT reporter Anil Kandola is here instead. Hello, Anil.
Hello, gentlemen.
You all right? Hair looks good.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Goldstein's golden pace.
Oh, Neil, listen, stop plugging.
No, but it is.
Yeah. Honest answer to an honest question. What you got for us? I'll give you one transfer to talk about.
Yeah, well, we've got some massive breaking news reaching us here at talkSPORT, which is a talkSPORT exclusive. After being linked all day with a move away from Selhurst Park, talkSPORT understand that Jean-Philippe Mateta is set to stay at Crystal Palace. Of course, we'll have more in the special Deadline Day show coming up with Jim White, Alex Crook and Danny Murphy. But make sure you stick around because this one is about to get further information from the Crookmeister.
Does that affect Strand Larsen at all?
No, we've understood all day that the Strand Larsen deal will go ahead. As we've said already, that Palace understand that their fans aren't too happy with Jean-Philippe Mateta, so they are in the understanding they need a new forward to come in.
There's a lot of understanding going on.
Of course, you have to understand the situation, yeah.
If I'm Glasgow, I'm playing them both up top. Imagine them two.
Yeah, but then you taken out in the middle of the park.
Take your pick.
Okay, fine. Neil, thanks for that.
No.
You're welcome. Cheers, gentlemen.
Always a pleasure. Right, time now for this. Get out now. Thank you, pal. Right, time now for the best talkSPORT friends, where we run you through some of the recent moments from across talkSPORT. Let's start with this morning's Brecky Show. Jeff Stelling, Alan McCoy. They were joined by Troy Deeney. He turned up, didn't he? It's nice. His old side, Watford, looking for yet another new manager.
You know what they need at Watford, don't you? They need a club legend as manager.
Go on, Troy. Do it, son.
Luther Blissett's available, I've heard. Yeah. Maybe they can get Bardsey back. I don't know.
Go on. Why would you throw your hat in the ring? Go on.
Oh, guys, you know me well enough. Do you think I'm going to be able to keep my mouth shut long enough with what goes on there?
Yeah, I don't think that's the reason. 2 words, Forest Green. What would you like, Troy, as your manager?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. Why not? Give him a little go.
Who at talkSPORT would make the worst gaffer?
Well, we've seen it, O'Hara.
Oh.
Billy Ricky, wasn't it?
Was it? I thought it was Stanford FC.
That was it.
Which of your former teammates was the mouthiest?
Oh, there's been loads. Mouthy. Gabby was quite mouthy, was quite funny.
Yeah.
Delphi was to a point, but he great lad.
Yeah.
Jim Magilton, Ipswich. When I say mouthy, just always just talking.
A reminder, the Breakfast Show is back tomorrow morning at 6. Alan McQuist and Gabrielle Agbon-Lahore.
On to White and Jordan now, and they were alongside Martin Keown this morning. And Simon had a nightmare after getting home from his holiday last night.
Picked up my car, drove home, and then drove over a pothole in Epsom somewhere, blew my tyre out, and then stood on the side of the road with the car, the recovery firm saying it's going to be 4 hours to pick me up, but it wasn't. It was an hour and a half.
Right.
So I manfully got home about 12:30, 1:45 this morning.
Excellent.
As opposed to 3 o'clock, which might have been the situation surrounding. This is the state of this country. The roads are in such a state that the country is in decay.
Drove home. I think you'll find it's drove home. There's no ED. You must have had a blowout in a car.
No, never.
You must have done.
No.
Driving up and down the motorway as a footballer. You've never had a blowout in a car.
No.
Sorry, what's fun about it? What are you laughing at? I had a blowout in a car once.
Yeah.
I was just saying, very dangerous it was. All over the place.
Do you believe that Simon drives himself home from the airport?
No, of course I don't.
What would be the first thing you would fix if you were Prime Minister?
That's a great question. What? I'm not going heavy on this, just a bit of fun. I'd make it mandatory for everyone to use Goldstein's Golden Paste, available on next.co.uk.
Who on the drive team would you trust the least to drive you home?
Oh, that's a good question. One more Billy would be an awful driver.
Yeah, slow.
That's why his mum's got to pick him up after the show.
Remember that White and Jordan return tomorrow morning from 10, and Jim White returns with Deadline Day special when we're done at 6:30 this evening.
Bill, can you drive? You ever had a blowout in a car? Have you? Let's finish with the brand new episode of 21 Minutes to Go.
We've got a clip.
Yes, drops today. Cundy told us the story about the time his missus had a drunken fall.
We were waiting in A&E, and she's there, poor thing, and her lips coming out, and you can see there's a cut there. And then I said, mate, is there a pub around here, right?
I know what's going on.
Right? So with that, I said I was going to go to the toilet. There was a pub like about 5-minute walk. 5-minute walk. 5-minute walk.
Your best excuse for getting out of hospital, I'm going to the toilet.
Go to the toilet, right? Yeah. Of course, there's toilets everywhere in hospitals, right? So we went across the road, and we had a couple of pints, come back. She didn't say anything.
She didn't do that, by the way. She never did.
I can't really say anything because Connie's talking about his missus there, so I can't really say anything.
It's a good story. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest injury you've ever had?
Well, I nearly cut my finger off with a knife.
How deep did you go?
Very. I went to hospital.
Oh, was that one with the thumb grew back?
No, that was on a eviction. No, there. Took half a finger off. Cutting the loaf of bread, went through the bread, bang. Finger dangling like that.
I didn't know that. Stitches?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you think Cundy's a good husband?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it'd be good, yeah. Tell us about the drunkest you've ever been. Oh, I know what that was.
When I threw up at Milton Keynes train station. After been out of you lot, drinking, and then got back.
That's because you started with double whiskies.
I know, and then got to Milton Keynes where the train paused for 20 minutes. Couldn't hold it any longer.
I'd love to get video footage of that.
Went on the platform, furthest point, and just threw up all over the platform. Yuck.
And that was only about 3 years ago?
Yeah, yuck.
That's unbelievable. You are disgraceful.
Or Christmas Eve. I told you, didn't I?
Yeah, home
disgrace, man.
Whole bottle of whiskey.
Whole canter of whiskey. Threw up everywhere. Disgrace. Everyone feels.
You are disgraceful. You can't have, that proves you can't handle your booze.
I drank a whole canter of whiskey. You couldn't do that.
Well, not at the moment.
Well, no, you can. Cause
I'm off the.
No, you're not.
Booze,
No, you're not. Hey, Alex, you got that clip from you're booing
drinking
him.
is bad, by the way, kids.
Yeah.
Drinking is bad. Let me point.
You got that clip? Al booing him.
Don't need to boo me. Make sure you download 21 Minutes to Go.
Or don't.
By the way, everyone that downloads it, this is true. Everyone's getting
what? A Goldstein's Golden Paste?
No, £40 million put in their bank account the minute you download it. Everyone. Yeah. And a free island and a free airplane. And Simon Jordan as your slave for the day. and you get Jim White, he'll come and wash your
Here we go. And factually, got there and
Factually, by the way, that's not true. But you can download 21 minutes to go. Of course, you can find all of our shows on the talkSPORT app, where you can swipe between talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 and all of our other sister stations, so you never miss a moment. When we come back, we'll be talking about times you've been in the car and had a blowout. Oh, no, sorry, we've done that. We'll be looking ahead to more live football on the talkSPORT network tonight as Sunderland take on Burnley live on talkSPORT 2.
Talking about you being champions, some of it mischievously, from some people saying this would be the worst ever Arsenal team. You just go and win it. Doesn't matter what you look like.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at all. Just go and win it, Jim. And obviously that pressure. People try to create pressure, and when you don't get what you want, they look for all kind of weaknesses. And Arsenal just keep on. They're better than everybody else right now. That's all they need to be.
So it's just nonsense from Paul Scholes. If Arsenal win the title, if they win the league, this could be the worst team to win the league.
Look, I love Paul, but this is like one of his comments is like one of his tackles, isn't it? It's waist high, and it's just Paul he's still got it in his head. This Arsenal thing is starting to emerge. Maybe Man United are starting to emerge as well at the same time. Let's get it on, in the future. Man United maybe not ready to win it this year, but they shut Arsenal up the week before. So I think Arsenal just need to concentrate, play their games, not listen to the noise that's on the outside, Jim. Arsene Wenger said this to us many years ago. There's no meaning or everyone telling us that we're favourites. Don't listen to it. Let's just go and do it. Go and do it. And that's what Arsenal did at the weekend. I think it was quite an emphatic result.
What's he up to, do you think, by saying that? This could be the worst team to win the league, says Paul Scholes.
Where did he say it? Did he say it on his little podcast?
He did indeed. He says, if you're thinking of picking a team of the season and picking a front four, nobody from the Arsenal team gets in that.
Do you know, no one's going to be listening to Paul Scholes, are they, on the Arsenal team? For God's sake, you just get on with your game, and you try and win. This will be the first, in 22 years, trophy that they can try to win. Jim, they're doing exceptionally well. Lots of twists and turns between now and the end of the season. What I will say is Paul's been in a lot of these.
Well, there's been plenty of activity, as expected, this transfer deadline day, and we've got all the movers and shakers at talksport.com. Football agent Phil Smith says there's been one unusual feature of this window that we've not seen much of before.
Here you've seen loans that were potentially going to be for the whole season being cut short, with players being recalled and sold, but you've got players coming in 6 months into the season or halfway through that may not have ordinarily have featured till the end of the season.
Meanwhile, could Arsenal be without Bukayo Saka for the League Cup semi-final with Chelsea tomorrow? He pulled up with an injury before the win over Leeds at the weekend. Here's Mikel Arteta.
Today he was better, but we have to wait and see how he responds and then make the decision. It doesn't look like something too serious. Whether he's going to be available for tomorrow or the weekend, we will see.
Well, Arsenal are 3-2 up, and you can hear that second leg live on talkSPORT tomorrow. Remember, we also have Premier League action live tonight as well. Sunderland against Burnley is exclusively on talkSPORT 2. Valerian Ismail is out at Blackburn. That's officially by mutual consent, but talkSPORT understands it's actually a sacking. It's likely Slaven Bilic will replace him with Rovers in the Championship relegation zone. On to rugby now, and Maro Itoje, still grieving the death of his mother, has been named on the subs bench for England's first Six Nations match against Wales on Saturday. The England captain was in Nigeria for her funeral last week. Jamie George will skipper the side in his absence. Wing Henry Arundel makes his first England start since the World Cup in 2023, and Northampton pair Fraser Dingwall and Tommy Freeman will start in the centres. And England's former white ball captain Joss Butler is backing the current skipper Harry Brook to keep the job.
Brookie's got some good guys around him. I think he's got a great relationship with Brendan McCullum. They're a really tight-knit pair as head coach and captain, which Brookie can learn a lot from Baz, who is a brilliant leader for New Zealand.
Plenty more, as always, on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel.
Well, Matt, to the last half hour of Deadline Day Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent here. Do you love melons?
Love melons.
Yeah, I bet you do. Still to come, we'll bring you all the very latest ahead of the transfer window slamming shut. But now, Sunderland host Burnley. It's in the Premier League, of course, and it's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT 2.
Anthony on his left foot. What a finish! Jadon Anthony.
Robbie is waiting in the centre. Here's Brian Brobby with the header, and it's a goal, and they're back in the game.
I think we're stronger because we're halfway through a season now where the players have experienced, been in and around it, learned from their mistakes, learn and have an understanding of what the Premier League requires.
It's Liverpool 1, Burnley 1.
For Sunderland, it's a rare day off. West Ham United beat Sunderland by 3-1.
Target remains the same. It might be boring, but it's always the case. We want to reach 40 points.
And if they do, they will solidify their place in the Premier League for next season. 36 points by the end of January. That is absolutely stellar for a promoted club.
It is indeed. A reminder from 7 p.m. over on talkSPORT 2. Adrian Dome hosts live coverage as Sunderland take on Burnley. Sunderland, they are 11th in the table. Have only won one of their last 7 in the Premier League. Meanwhile, Scotty Parker's side are 19th, 11 points from safety. And he said he's confident his side can still pick up results.
I think we're stronger because we're halfway through a season now where the players have experienced, been in and around it, learned from their mistakes, learn and have an understanding of what the Premier League requires. And that's what happens when you're in a young squad. So I think we're in a better position because we're going to be better versions of ourselves. We have an understanding of what we're up against, what we need to do, how we need to compete in this division. And of course, added to that is players that have come in form, added to the squad. Players that are coming back from injury, obviously brings competition and healthy competition. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this next part.
And we can look ahead to that game now as we're joined by a former Premier League striker and your co-commentator for the evening's football. Dean Ashton joins us. Hello, Dean. How are you?
Very good, thanks, gents. Hope you're well.
Good, we are very well. Thanks so much for coming on. We heard that. I don't know if you heard that. We heard from a fairly optimistic Scotty Parker there. Do you give them any chance whatsoever of them staying up this season, or is it just too late now?
It feels too late, to be honest, because they need 4 wins just to get themselves out of the relegation zone, and they've only had 3 all season so far. Yes, performances have picked up and results. Get draws against Manchester United, Liverpool and Tottenham in the last 4 is genuinely promising. But ultimately, at this stage of the season, it's very, very difficult to go on a major run and suddenly transform how your team are playing when, with only an hour left of the transfer window, it's not as if they've gone out and given Scott Parker some genuine ammunition for the second half of the season.
Dean, where do you think Burnley have fallen short this season? Because they're playing Sunderland, who have been phenomenal. They both got promoted last season. But where have Burnley fallen short where Sunderland haven't?
I think if you look in the summer, I don't think they brought in the players that are, when you look at even a West Ham, a Nottingham Forest, even a Leeds, I think they've got players that can win you games in this division. And I think that is so important when you might not be playing great football and games might be tight. And I don't think Burnley have that. But I'm so surprised defensively. They were absolutely magnificent in the Championship defensively. And I actually thought they would be what Sunderland are, which is a team that's really, really hard to break down. And they could keep clean sheets and they could maybe get 0-0s. And it's not been the case at all, actually. They've been pretty average in both boxes.
Do you think the gap between the sides that come up in the Championship and the sides that are established in the Premier League, do you think that gap is just too big nowadays?
It feels like it's getting harder and harder, but also I feel as if maybe there isn't the same trust. I mean, I don't know what Benty thinks, but the same trust in Championship players to actually do it right from the start in the Premier League. It is as if you've got to go out and get a whole new set of players, as Sunderland have done, to give yourselves a chance. So possibly the standard of players coming through at Championship level is starting to dip slightly, because I still felt as if there was plenty of players 5-10 years ago that you looked in the Championship and thought, yeah, they'll be able to do it in the Premier League. And now you look and you think, I'm not sure. You look at the top scorers in the Championship. Well, there isn't anyone there. You're going, we've got to go and buy him. He'll do it for us in the second half of the season.
Do you think that gulf is as big then with the managers as well? Because it is a totally different job staying in the Prem to getting out of the Championship, right?
Yeah, I think so. But it's the resources that you have. I think Scott Parker would turn around and say, well, hang on, I haven't got the resources and the budget that the other teams have had to spend on players. And that does make a big difference when you get to that elite level in terms of winning and losing games. So I think that would probably be his argument.
Dean, on the flip side for Sunderland, I mean, absolutely superb. 33 points already, 11th in the table, but the only team in the Premier League that have been unbeaten at home. Just how good has Regis Labrie done, certainly this season, in making his team believe that they can survive?
Yeah, I mean, excellent. And to integrate the super signings that they've made in the summer. So many of them have worked. Again, when you look around the other sides, how many of their signings really work straight away? Well, they have here, because of the manager, I think, is a big part to play in that. And defensively, they've just been so solid. Going forwards, not so much, but if you're so good defensively, and that's why they've got that unbeaten record here at the Stadium of Light, and the manager has to take a huge amount of credit for that.
Just going back to Burnley, if they do go down, do you think they're going to stick with Scotty Parker?
Why wouldn't you? I wonder how he feels about it in that situation, because it's that feeling of, well, I've got a team promoted from the Championship, and then maybe haven't been given the players to really kick on in the Premier League, and are Burnley going to be that side that gives him that? I wonder whether he would be a wanted manager if they still go down. I think that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But why wouldn't you want him with his record in the Championship?
Yeah, he's been absolutely superb. And just going back to Sunderland now and this game, particularly tonight, I mean, do you give Burnley any chance of getting anything from this game? Because, as I said, Sunderland at home are so strong, certainly defensively. Can you see Burnley getting anything from this?
I can, just because the confidence that they will get from the results they've recently had. The fact that Granit Xhaka's not fit, I think he's such a big player for them in terms of that calmness on the ball, in terms of actually his creativity in the side. So I think he's just such a big miss. But Sunderland have got to be thinking it's a chance to go above Newcastle. That's got to be their aim now for the rest of the season. Can we, with the players back from AFCON, can we now kick on and really challenge Newcastle to stay above them?
Reminder, the game is live on talkSPORT 2, Sunderland against Burnley. Is there only one winner tonight?
Yes, and that's the neutral. It's going to be 4-3. Everyone's thinking it's going to be 0-0, and they're so mistaken. On the train up, I was thinking this is going to be an absolute classic.
Why?
When the transfer show is on.
Why do you think that?
Because Sunderland's home record. Because Burnley are having a right go now in the games that they're playing. It's not a case of we're just going to sit back now. It's actually, no, let's have a real go at the opposition. It's going to be a classic.
Yeah. Dean, always a pleasure. Thanks for coming on.
Cheers,
I hope it is 7 goals in the game for you. Be an absolute barnstormer. One to watch and co-commentate on. Have a good evening. We'll speak to you in a bit.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers, there you go, Dean Ashton. Just a quick word from you about that. You mentioned Regis Labrie and Sunderland. I would imagine when you get promoted, the aim is to not get relegated. Yeah, of course. And anything else is a bonus. This season has been such a bonus for Sunderland, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. I mean, they got off to an unbelievable start. Getting beat at home. The only team in the division to not lose a game at home. That's frightening. For a newly promoted side, that is incredible. So he's done a really good job. No one knew too much about him when he got the job at the start of last season in the Championship. I certainly didn't. And it seems to have been the right appointment. Getting promoted via the playoffs, which is, if you are going to get promoted, I know it's nice to win it, but going to Wembley and winning it that way is always extra special. And then what they've done this season as well, they've given themselves a fighting chance, and 13 points now above the relegation zone. I mean, he deserves all the credit. And also as well, they had so many players go to AFCON, and he still managed to kind of keep them competitive, keep them afloat. He's done a wonderful job.
One of that game is live on talkSPORT 2 and the boys on the Sports Bar around about 10:15. We'll be taking your calls on it. When we come back, we'll get our last update from our chief football correspondent, Alex Crook, because the transfer window slams shut in 45 minutes. Are there any late moves for any players? We'll find out right after this.
There have been complaints around Solanke's first goal where the striker made contact with Gehi when scoring, but VAR cleared the goal after a lengthy check. So is it one thing for fans to be conspiracy theorists when it spreads to managers and players? Do we have a problem? Have a listen to Rodri post-match.
It's one game and another game and another game, and it's not possible. And honestly, I never speak about referees. I respect their job massively, but they have to pay attention to these things. He kicked the leg. It's so clear. It's so clear. He anticipated the leg of Mark, and it's a clear foul. So, but it's not today. It's just 2-3 games in a row, and I don't know why. Honestly, I know we won too much, and the people they don't want us to win. But the referee has to be neutral. And for me, honestly, it's not fair. It's not fair because we work so hard in these situations now to make these decisions that you have to move on, of course, but you need to come back. But at the end, when everything is finished, you are frustrated because...
So he's questioning the referee's impartiality in the same way that his manager condescendingly said last week that the referee's made his name. A referee that succeeded him by the manager. So now...
Roger's saying people don't want us to win, but the referee has to be neutral.
Nobody
Welcome back to Deadline Day Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Bent is still here. Of course, he is still to come and have some fun with one more billion the end of show quiz. Just quickly, FIFA President Gianni Infantino has apologised for controversial comments he made about British football fans. Wayne Rooney has said that Hugo Ekitike's form gives Liverpool a dilemma when Isak returns from injury. And now it's time for an update on transfer deadline day. We have got just 41 minutes and 10 seconds to be precise before that window is slammed shut. Someone that will be in the studio helping Jim White slam it shut is our football correspondent, chief football correspondent, Alex Crook, and here he is for the last time on our show with any updates of anything happening.
Do you know what? There's still a lot to be resolved in the last 40 minutes of the window. Obviously, deals don't have to be done by 7 o'clock. You can put in a deal sheet and therefore buy yourself an extra couple of hours. You have to prove to the Premier League that deals are advanced to a certain stage. I think we could well be entering that territory with some of these potential signings. We're still waiting for confirmation that Jurgen Strand-Larsen has completed that £43 million move from Wolves to Crystal Palace. We're still waiting for confirmation of Tyreek George from Chelsea to Everton. He has passed his medical, I'm told, so you'd imagine that one will go through. Wolves want to unveil Angel Gomez and Adam Armstrong before 7 o'clock as well. But the big story really on this deadline day surrounds the future of Jean-Philippe Mateta and that big exclusive that Anil brought you about half an hour ago, that he will stay at Crystal Palace. Now, it looked like he was off to AC Milan. We sort of got some whispers last night. They had concerns over a knee issue. They flew over their own doctor to examine that knee. They pulled out. Then there was talk of a move to Juventus on loan. Doesn't look like that one is happening either. So what you've got now is quite an unhappy Jean-Philippe Mateta because he made it pretty clear. He told Palace verbally he wanted away in this window. He posted an angry emoji on social media that didn't go down well with their fans at the weekend. I think it's difficult to see how Jean-Philippe Mateta plays for Palace again, particularly with Strand-Larsen coming in. And there are stories over in Italy that one of the reasons this move to Milan broke down is because he actually needs surgery on his knee and he could be out for 3 or 4 months. Now, that might just play into Palace's hand. He undergoes the operation, doesn't play for them again this season, and then moves on in the summer.
Yeah. Just a killer for him as well is that, and listen, it would have been an uphill battle anyway, the World Cup at the end of the season. Now, he's up against some Mbappe's and Ekitike's, I understand that. But he needs to be planned to give himself a chance. Yeah. And now all of a sudden that looks like it's gone.
And this could have knock-on effects for another deal that Palace are trying to do. I'm told that Jurgen Strand-Larsen won't be affected, but they're looking to get Dwight McNeil out of Everton. We broke the news around lunchtime that there was a £20 million offer on the table. I'm not sure they can afford to pay £20 million in this window without the money they would have raised from the sale of Mateta. That was going to be $26 million to AC Milan. I guess they could still maybe turn that into a loan with an obligation to buy. But again, we're getting quite late in the window for that to happen.
Okay. You're back in the studio in 9 minutes' time alongside Jim White. You're taking us all the way up to the window closing at 7.
No ad breaks, I think, for the first 45 minutes of the show. Wow. So we're going to be going right up until the window closes. And 15 minutes after that. And we got Danny Murphy with us as well.
Oh, great. Okay, that's nice. Are you on till 10, Sports Bar?
Yep.
Brilliant. Okay. So
Cheers,
Danny
Cookie.
Murphy,
Legend.
Alex Crook and Jim White in 9 minutes' time. Before that, it's time for this.
Win a trip to South Africa with the Barmy Army on talkSPORT.
Yeah, thanks, Crookie. The Barmy Army is heading back to South Africa next winter to cheer on England, and you could be right there with them in full force. We are giving away a week for 2 at the 2027 New Year's Test in Cape Town. You'll secure 2 places with the official Barmy Army, putting you in the heart of the atmosphere for every day of the match at one of the world's most iconic cricket grounds. Flights, hotel, and spend your money all covered. The countdown is on. You've got until Friday. It is on Friday to enter. For your chance to win, text the word WIN, W-I-N, to 83338. That's WIN to 83338. A text will cost you £2.50 plus your standard network rate. Or you can call 0343 418 7260. 0343 418 7260. Lines close on the 6th of Feb this year at 4 p.m. That is this Friday. 18 plus UK residents only. It's a network promotion. Full T's and C's at talksport.com. A reminder, for your chance to win, you haven't got long, so get involved. Text the word WIN to 83338 now. One more Billy is joining us in the studio.
Hurry up.
What are you doing, man? Be ready. You don't need headphones. You don't want to hear your voice. I've got a part with your voice. You don't want to hear your voice.
Yeah, true.
How are you? You good?
Yeah, great. Been bumped up the show. That's fine.
Have you got any transfer news for us?
Nah.
Good. I mean, you thought there long and hard. What were you going to...
Trying to think of something funny, but couldn't think of anything.
Be your first, wasn't it? Yeah. What are we doing for the end of the show quiz? We've only got about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes.
Quick list.
Okay, we like that. Someone tell Alex tomorrow that works.
Thanks, Al. Top 10 most expensive sales ever by Premier League clubs.
Sales?
Yeah.
Spurs.
Philip Coutinho, put him in 1.
145. Liverpool.
Yeah, 135 million euros. They don't have to have left.
Hold on, can we go one each, please?
Alexander Isak.
Gareth, shut up. Gareth Bale to Real Madrid.
Gareth Bale 7th on the list.
Alexander Isak.
Yeah, 1st on the list. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ever.
Jack Grealish, please.
Oh, that's nice.
4th on the list. Villa to City. Yeah.
Harry Maguire, please.
Yeah, 10th on the list.
Eight young ones.
Where was Southampton? Were they?
What, to 8?
Southampton, Van Dijk. Oh, no, he was at Celtic, wasn't he?
Yeah, no. Is it so to a Premier League club?
No, it doesn't have to be.
Hold on.
From the Premier League?
Can be both.
Harry Kane.
Yeah, 8th on the list.
Hold on, sorry, I don't understand the...
Top 10 most expensive.
Hey, Moses Caicedo.
Sorry.
Hey, Moses Caicedo.
Yeah,
Enzo Fernandez.
Wait.
No.
What?
Right,
Was over
you
100
finished
million?
now?
Yeah, but he wasn't sold by a Premier League club.
How many have I got, Bill?
Carry on.
You got 3 to get.
You do it on your own now?
3rd most expensive. 5th.
To a Premier League club?
Why is Van Dijk not in there?
Because he's below 80.
75 million. Oh, he's below 80. He's over 80, is it?
80 was 10th.
The lowest is 87 million.
Right. Oh, don't take out with Joe's. Talking in my ear.
All right, I'm thinking.
3rd on the list did leave the Premier League. 5th was within the Premier League, and 9th left the Premier League.
9th.
Who left the Premier League?
Tell us the club he was at in the Premier League when he left for 3rd place.
Number 3, Chelsea.
Well, Torres is 50 cents per
Oh my God, he left Chelsea for over £80 million.
Yep.
Chelsea.
Lukaku.
Not Lukaku.
This is your idiot.
Oh, come on, you come on, mate.
For Chelsea, he left the Premier League?
Yeah.
Easy.
Go on.
Eden Hazard, please.
Yeah, Chelsea to
Well
Madrid.
done, in your ear.
What? No headphones on.
Quite annoying, you got no headphones on.
5th on the list is within the Premier League.
Name the selling club.
Declan Rice.
Yeah, Declan
Oh,
Rice.
yeah, 100 million.
Have you got any on this list?
And 9th on the list,
I'll get this one.
leaving the Premier League, left Man United.
Oh, I should have got that one. Over 80.
Something, obviously, your boy.
I'm thinking, who? Who's my boy? Ronaldo wasn't over 80. No way, wasn't even close to it. Ronaldo.
Yeah, Cristiano.
Well, that's wrong.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Well,
How much do you think he was?
94 million euros.
See.
Oh, we're dealing euros now.
Yeah.
You moved the goalpost.
Always deal in euros, yeah.
Trust me. See. Oh, well done.
That's it.
Hey, you got one right.
Good listing,
nothing, okay.
lads.
Bill, do me a favour.
Oh, yeah.
Get the hell out of my studio.
Great list. That.
No,
I
awful
mean,
list.
you enjoyed that.
Awful list.
Benny.
You've embarrassed,
Hey,
you've embarrassed me,
hey.
Benny.
Yeah.
You got one on this list. One.
One more than Billy got.
Really? Well, congratulations. You see that?
Yeah, of course. That's all we got time for. But that is not all talkSPORT have got time. You could argue the night is only just beginning, because in about 2 minutes' time, Jim White will be in the studio alongside Alex Cook and Danny Murphy. There's 34 minutes left of the transfer window. They will be slamming it shut. So stay with talkSPORT. And, of course, reminder, there's live Premier League football over on talkSPORT 2, of course. So after a busy night of football, the boys will take your calls on the sports bar. We'll see you at 4 tomorrow. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
Morning, Gabby.
Good morning, lads. How are we?
Yeah, we're doing well, mate. Gabby. Don't you go throwing the towel in on me now. Come on.
Hey, Gabby, look, I've got a message for you from Courtney, who says, when Gabby comes on, make sure you tell him Villa are bottle jobs. He would be calling other teams bottle jobs for losing at home in a so-called title race. Villa will be looking to get top 5 as United, Liverpool and Chelsea will catch them. Come on, Gabby, put Courtney in her place. I assume it's a her, might be a his. I apologise if I've got the sex wrong.
No, listen, yesterday was disappointing. Everton at home, disappointing to lose those 2 games. You'd think Aston Villa would win those games, but who thought Aston Villa would go to Newcastle last weekend and win? Nobody. So it's sort of like we don't really know what's going to happen in the last games of the season. But yesterday I thought they'd done everything they could. I was at the game, pressurised Brentford's back 5 when Collins come on. Sancho had a better game when he went over to the left-hand side. Tammy Abraham was sharp. But it's one of those games, Ali and Jeff, where it could have been 90 more minutes and Villa wouldn't have scored.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't know what sex Courtney was. Courtney's just texted back in, sorry, Courtney, I really mean that, because Courtney said, I'm a 6'4" man.
Hey, Courtney.